the 23rd of October is Back Pocket! Brought to you as always by our oblong and opulent Back Pocketeer patrons! This week starring... Gus Ronald!
No!
Welcome to my world.
Peter Burns!
A,
B.
A,
B.
A,
B.
A,
B.
A,
B.
Oh!
The bees?
Ruby Innes!
Lesbian!
And special guest, Jem's back, everyone!
I'm a big time snacker. What's the thing I will have truly blown it if I do not have by the time I leave Australia?
Kangaroo jerky.
Do they have hands, Gemma?
They do have claws.
Okay, so that's kind of tough, right? So that is kind of tough for me, right?
Nothing with hands.
Behind the scenes, it's Josh, Will, and Nadal! Now, if you've got snacks, you better have snacks. They better be tasty, because it's bloody time for Back Pocket. Welcome to Back Pocket. Do I keep screaming? It was pretty painful before, but I'll keep doing it now. Tonight on the show, we dive into a dev chat with Michelle Menard of Dragon Stacks Games. Then we can handle the truth in Truth News Seek. And finally, we chat about a PAX Gem game with Gem, and we play Trivia Deal in very good gameplay. Speaking of gems, Peter's here, everybody, in no pants.
Oh, show
Yeah!
it off! Woo!
Represent!
If I had dollar bills, I'd be throwing them.
I should have worn mine.
Or have it coins.
Look at them glutes and gems, everyone. Hello, Gem.
done.
Welcome back.
Hello, thank you very much. It's good to be back.
Thanks for coming
Good to
back
have ya.
for the
Number
third?
four?
Number 4. You've done a Sladies
I'm glad
night
one
too.
of us are keeping track because I simply just rock
You've been
up.
in this studio once. You're in the last studio twice. And this is the second. This is the second time you've been in
So
the
you're
studio.
on 4, and you
I'm pretty
probably
sure.
no one knows about this when they've come on that many times. But there's a coveted 5 appearance jacket that
Which
we
means
yet
you'll
to
never
give
be on
to
the show
anyone.
again because we haven't made them. We,
I want a
we need to
jacket.
make
You're
the jackets
equal.
first.
You are
Yeah.
equal with Mini-Me and Panacasio.
Yep.
And Chloe
And
Appleby.
Chloe
And
Appleby.
We're teaming up, y'all. We're getting
So
those jackets
the
if
next
it
one
kills
of you
us.
guys to drop, which technically wouldn't be you because you've been on the soonest, unless you can charm the hell out of us tonight and come back in next week.
I'm a dazzle,
You
y'all.
are. Thank you for coming back and joining
Of
us.
course.
How you been?
Pretty good. Pretty
Pretty
good.
busy.
We're like so busy.
Let's be honest.
PAX?
Use this as
The
therapy.
amount of content you pushed out of PAX was.
Come on.
Oh my god, dude! Okay, I got it. I
This
have
is
to.
for you.
I have to like give a shout out to David with us at ABC Gamer
Yep.
and Joe Reardon, like my absolute
The god.
legends, whomst I love dearly.
David.
Beautiful David, who was such an anchor and a rock.
Is he dead?
During...
The way you're talking about him. Beautiful,
R.I.P.,
sweet, beautiful
R.I.P..
David didn't make it through PAX.
No, we were so
I
busy.
mean, after
across
PAX, probably a little dead inside.
I was going to say,
Oh,
Brennan is.
we like South by Southwest came along. We were like, all right, let's go. It's just,
Yeah.
we got this. Come on, let's just get. Because I came back from Japan as well. It was like Japan for TGS. It was
different person from Rune World?
No, there
No,
he
that
is.
is him.
There he is.
Yeah.
mate.
Quit telling everyone I'm dead.
I'm
I
not
can
dead.
still hear his voice. No, it was great. It was such a great time.
Nice.
We put out so much stuff for PAX. Had the best time. I wish I'd gotten to see more people. I think I got to see a couple of people across like back pocket
There's
community
not
as well.
enough time at PAX. There never is. People
No.
can go and have the really jam-packed, worky, busy ones where they're like, didn't see enough. People
Yeah.
can go and have the slightly more relaxed. We got to do a bit of everything. Still didn't see everything there. In fact,
Yeah.
saw less. So it's like there's very rarely the perfect PAX visit, but that's why it's every year.
It was
So,
great. I
you
got
know.
to fake make out with one of my dear friends on a panel where we did a D&D live dating. And we ended up trying to become the ultimate matching pair. And it was great.
Why?
It was
Weren't you?
beautiful.
Weren't you hosting it?
No, I wasn't. I was an
you were a
improviser.
Put that on the
Yes,
business
and
card.
kiss me, apparently.
Baby did one improv class and went, I can do this.
Yes, and with tongue.
Yes.
It was very aggressive. I'm surprised it made it onto the channel, but here we are.
Nice.
Very nice.
And then we
fun.
saw in the intro there, you were interviewing Brendan Lee Mulligan, who came over to
Yes!
Australia and did a whole D&D thing as well.
Yeah, that was phenomenal.
You've had some great little chats and opportunities of late.
I want to believe there's a best friend necklace that exists with myself, Brendan Lee Mulligan, and Hideo Kojima, and we each have a part for this best
Which
friend
part would you
necklace.
be? The
It's
middle-
3
the
parts
middle
of the
bit.
heart.
I want to be the middle, but I feel like I could be like the left-hand side.
Yeah.
Let
Yeah.
those two, like, I want to have a chat with those two.
Because you chatted to Kojima in Japan when you.
No, we
Or
were
was it
part of
Australia?
we were part of a little media group
Yeah, nice.
that he chatted at us, and we went,
That's how everyone responds to everything Kojima either says or does. It's with
was
the balls.
wild.
It can be a terrible idea. It can be a horrible.
Yeah,
But
he's
we'll all
like,
go.
I loved the zoo, and everyone's like,
That was it. That was
Wow.
what happened at that thing.
So much of that was
Yeah.
about the zoo and going to the zoo and
Yeah.
how Mads Mikkelsen is his best friend. I'm like,
Yeah.
and Norman Reedus. I'm like, we love you. Thank you so much. But no, it was a phenomenal opportunity. Brennan was such an incredible talent to talk to.
Cool.
Also, want to give a shout to guest of the show, Steph Panicasio, for doing such a phenomenal job with the fireside chats.
Yeah.
And the keynote at South by Southwest with Brennan, which was such a delight to watch.
He overworked. I saw an interview with
Yeah.
him just being like, again, speaking of which, but he was very graceful about it. He was just basically like, I'm going to use this opportunity to just say yes to everything. So good on him.
100%. No.
Yeah, yeah.
that's the way to do the past 2
It was a
weeks.
busy tour.
It was.
Yeah. But oh my god, I got to see the D&D show. So good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
Oh
really
my
good.
god, so good. But yeah,
Enough
hey,
about
that's
other
me.
people. I want to know about all your bling.
Oh my bling! I'm such a
blinged
ring.
out.
The
I'm
ear
such a
things
ring
are
girly.
cool as hell.
Thank you. I have decided
Punchy.
that I don't want to get any more piercings, but I just want to hang things off my ears.
That's a cool way to do it. It's,
So-
it's a nice thing that you
Yeah.
can just be like, bling it up and then remove it later on. And
Exactly.
Not have the, do they ever, because I...
Oh, these
I'm a-
hurt.
I'm a klutz with like anything that involves like tying things together. I will always do the wrong thing first. I tried to put a computer in the back of a car with Peter the other day, and I could tell the energy of Peter being like, "You're doing this wrong. Everything you're trying to do to help this situation
You're making it
physically
worse."
is making it worse." And I could feel heat resonating off Peter as I was like, "You know what?" So that's what I would do with them. I would turn my head once, and they would all just rap. So
Oh,
they do
look.
they not do that?
Audio techs hate to see me coming because I'm covered in clickety clackety stuff.
Aren't you constantly hearing rattling as well now?
You kind of tune it out like white noise. I'm just used to it now.
Okay.
It's like, oh, that's nice.
It might be good for someone with tinnitus and they need.
I do have
Constant
tinnitus,
interruption.
There you
so
go.
it does.
There you
It
go.
works out well.
That
That's
could work.
good. That's
But yeah,
good.
no, thank you very much. I'm very blinged out today. It's all rotting my hands, but I don't care. It's worth it.
Oh yeah, you going green at all?
No, thankfully, no. These ones haven't done it. This is gonna be what turns me green because it's
yeah.
very fake,
Yeah.
and that's how I prefer it. So
Classy.
it works. Thank you.
Speaking of bling, Josh.
Daddy's home.
Daddy's home, everyone.
Daddy's home.
Hey, Daddy.
Never say that. And
He's
you
in
stop
the
blocking it
lockdown.
down. Come on now.
You're lucky to have a job, sir, after the fantastic job that Adele did last week. Under
yeah, I know,
extreme
I know.
circumstances of multiple people watching her work, which was top notch.
Yeah, she was really good. But you're good too.
Can
Yeah, it's nice to feel appreciated once in a while.
Yeah.
Don't get used to it, mate.
Josh, I think you're really good at your job.
On that wall behind Josh at the top of the stairs, we just need to get a big sign that says "Daddy" and an arrow pointing back at him.
I will-
There's so much
will
negative
wear that.
space there. To
I
just
will
put
buy it.
Oh
Daddy
no,
on.
I just looked at chat.
Let's reach
Hi,
out to
Daddy.
let's
Hi,
reach out
Hi,
to
Daddy. Hi, Daddy.
Kings of Neon, and we'll get a big Daddy neon for you there. Welcome back, Josh.
Kings
Love
of
to have you
Neon?
here.
I'm assuming they made that.
Correct. Yeah.
That is a great name.
It's a
Good
good
name.
name, isn't
Really
it? Unless
good.
unless Kings of Leon get cancelled,
Oh,
then you're
yeah.
really up shit.
But then you
creek.
take up the mantle.
Yeah.
You become the kings of Leon
That's
now.
true. They're gone, and you just get to own that name.
Yeah.
That's true. Cool. So I keep looking at Peter's legs and not distract. I'm like, what's coming up next in the show? I'm like, coming up next, chicken leather. Big
Put
pasty.
those knees away, good sir.
Remind me the merch. It's for.
I'm wearing Ultra Kill hot
Ultra Kill.
pants.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Great bit of designer merch
Which
from them.
game's still in early access. I think it will last for 4 years now.
Well, when do we have
Was
Kelsey?
it 2020 or was it 22?
The only the main thing I know about Ultra Kill is that they added integration with a vibrating butt plug that you can use while you're playing the
Wow.
game.
I
And how's
know.
that?
I love it. That's,
I
that's
know.
phenomenal.
Believe me, I know.
Yeah, it's like
How you
the
feel, Pam?
40x experience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, we've got someone technically on hold who's going to have to listen to all of this, and that's definitely going to wake them up. So we'll move on with the next segment, and that is a little bit of backup. Peter, turn it off.
Okay. A little bit of backup is a segment where we do gaming news and dev interviews, and it's brought to us by Reese Wild. You like that?
I love that.
It says it
Peter.
on the thing.
Oh, does it?
We've never read it.
It's where we do gaming news and
It's
dev
been-
interviews.
Oh, you're doing your job
It's
now.
been there for about
gotcha.
5 years.
And we show off our shoes. Nope, went too far.
It's brought to us by Reese Wild. When Reese Wild sponsors the segment, he sends in a sound from the wild.
Oh, this was the one with the seal, right?
It's always a
It's
bloody
always a seal.
Well,
It's always
it
a
is
seal.
until it isn't.
I got
and
so
then-
excited that I was
Yeah.
smart that time.
No,
Yeah,
it
you
is
nailed it.
until
That
it
was
isn't,
amazing.
and then he rolls it back to a seal just
Gotcha.
to mess with us.
All right.
We'll see.
So, we're going to listen to a sound from the wild and try and identify what is making that sound. It might be an animal. It might be a boulder rolling through trees. We just never know.
I want it to be. I
As long
want
as
it
it's
to be
from the
real.
That
wilderness.
happened once and has thrown us. So
But then there
never
was like
trusted it.
the
Squeaky
the
plant.
aloe fern.
Oh,
getting
yeah.
Okay, it's happened to
tugged.
us twice, but
Yeah.
we've never
One
trusted
day,
it.
Twice
Reese
is
is
enough.
going to record a sound of just him in the woods, and it'll technically still be
Technically a wild
still be a
sound.
Do you
wild
know
thing in
Reese that
nature.
well? Because you've suggested that now. He will he will be heading into the woods.
He's
right
already
now.
on his way to the
Yep.
woods.
Well, see,
Yeah,
I've
Reese,
seen so
the
many
first time.
videos where I'm like, oh, this would be a good sound. I should send it to Reese, but then I don't because I'm
Jesus.
like, well, I don't want to take
You don't wanna
myself
know.
out of the game,
Yeah.
even though I
wanna
always
play.
get it wrong.
I like your dedication of being part of the game.
Let's
see.
let's
I love
let's
to
hear
do-
the
I love to have
sound.
fun.
Take us to the wild. Do you know this one?
Is that the turtles? No way.
Does sound like turtle sex, doesn't it?
I was like, this is a turtle sex video.
I appreciate that Ruby went directly into mimicking it straight away. Can we hear it once? Clearly?
Yeah, I got you.
Then you can. Why are we all instantly keen on mimicking this?
Because it's human. It's human-esque.
Well, I'm
Sounds like a
connecting with the
baby.
species.
Third time, then we can all impersonate.
Okay, okay.
Clear,
Alright.
a clean one.
Okay.
Is it cute or creepy? That's my big one.
I want to say leopard seal, but it could also be a turtle just getting off.
Can we?
so.
Guess gets two guesses.
Sorry.
Is it a leopard seal or a turtle getting off?
It's a seal.
Hey!
Let's
You
go.
showed me the seal, Josh.
Oh, it's like a real baby.
It's so cute. It looks so soft.
man.
I want to pat it.
Why do they get eaten by whales?
Is it illegal to hold a seal like it's illegal to hold a manatee?
Probably.
Can you
It's illegal to hold a manatee.
You can't touch manatees because they don't want them relying on people because they swim very close
for
to
touch.
humans.
Yeah,
touch.
they don't want them to become
Ah.
too trusting.
Yeah, because they get hit by boats.
Yeah.
They look
they're
very.
real
They
dumb.
look dumb. Trusting.
They're soft.
Like, yeah,
They're so soft. They're so
soft.
Yeah, they're soft.
Surely they bounce off the
I
propeller.
think that's why their
right?
noses they do that. Like,
Yeah.
It's slamming to glass doors over and
they
over
do that in
again.
aquariums. Actually, we should
It-
stop stalling.
They're just the most lovable oafs. Yeah.
They are the ocean's oaf.
Yeah.
And we're about to meet
Segue.
not an oaf.
Woven like a quilt.
Well done.
Oh my
Burns.
God.
Well
Reset.
done.
We are very lucky to have joining us tonight Michelle Menard of Dragon Snacks Games. Michelle, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, thank you for
Hi.
having me.
Did you pick seal? Could you recognize the baby seal?
No, I was with you on the turtle sex video. That's what
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only the real ones know the turtle sex video.
Good.
It felt right. So, Michelle, Dragon Snacks was started in April this year. It's a very new venture, but you're already well underway with your first project. Do you want to tell us a bit about what it's been like starting up Dragon Snacks?
Sure. We actually incorporated last October, but we became
wow.
more public in April this year. No, yeah. So, but we were slow boating it for a little while, just the three of us. It has been a wild adventure. Starting a new studio in this economy in the game industry right now was not the smartest idea we have ever had.
Oh, I like how this is starting. Okay.
Hear me out, guys.
I actually had a different offer, and they were like, "You're gonna do what now? You know, you're an idiot." I'm like, "Yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
And so we all, and the three founders, like Jim McLean, Chris Nomkowski, and I all had kind of the same exact idea. And we're like, well, if we're all thinking the same thing, if we're all seeing the exact same thing in the marketplace, I think this is what we have to do. And it's really just how are our kids who are all Gen Alpha really engaging with games now, entertainment now, and how to better reach them and the audience like them. So
And
it's
between
been insane.
But between, like, it is a scary venture starting a business, but between yourself, Jen, and Chris, a lot of experience, a lot of history, a lot of pedigree in the industry that people would recognize. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your own history and the co-founders as well?
Sure. So I've been in the industry for just about 20 years. I actually I've got my grad degree in game design, and that's how you do all the networking things. But my first job was at 4Axis, where I worked on things like Civ 5 and XCOM, and then went to free to play at Zynga, which is actually where I met Chris. We worked there for a few years together, then did a whole consulting thing, had no idea what to do with my life for a little while. Ended up going to Oxide Games, where I worked on Aura and was a design director there for about 7 years. So most of my time has been in like PC strategy simulation titles, and then left there about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. And that was when I had my great journey of like wandering through Ohio, looking at the solar eclipse, being like, what am I doing with my life? And like, oh my God, I need to do something. Like seriously, that happened. It was a weird day.
Wow.
Go find yourself,
Roll
stare
with
at the sun. And so Chris has been in the industry for about the same time as I have. We actually went to college together, lived across the sidewalk from each other, but didn't realize it until years later. I was his TA in a couple of classes, and it was highly, highly awkward finding that out later after we founded the company. I was like, oh God, I'm so sorry.
You both found each other staring at the same eclipse, and you were like, "Oh my God, we should."
Wait a minute.
We should do something.
What do you think dragons snack on? Let's come back to that 20 years from now.
Yeah. So Chris has worked in simulation, lots of mobile games, Reckoning, Amalur. He worked on that, but he's most well known for forming the team that made Monopoly Go and helping bring that to market. So that's his big, like, Chris is amazing. And then I don't know if I can do Jen justice. Jen has been around forever and has been like, been in charge of so many things and spearheaded so many initiatives, like with the IGDA Foundation and like CEO of 38 Studios and just helping women in games. So, like, she is just an icon in the industry. But they all got their start in Maryland, so everything from PC gaming always comes back to good old Maryland. It's
Totally. And coming into your project that you guys are working on, what inspired its kind of creation and like the fantasy setting and the way it all works?
So we knew we wanted to do something that was not the generic high fantasy. Both of our lead artists, the director and the lead concept artist, have worked in high fantasy and like historical, like realism for years and years. And they're both like, we're so done with that. Can we do something a little bit different, please? And kind of looking at what our kids are consuming on things like Netflix and what comics they're reading, we wanted to do something that kind of blended things that were familiar, but also with the fantastical and the whimsical. So it wasn't too far out there. It didn't go too far sci-fi, but also wasn't just a oldie Tolkien-y again. So we kind of landed on this, not really steampunk, but kind of solar punky thing, with almost like, I think what the art director is calling like tech wear or like sports vibe clothing. Kind of he's just living his best life right now, being like bright, fun colors. Like everything's got little pinks and greens like thrown onto it. So he's living his best life, just trying to make things vibrant and colorful and alive, and just avoiding the color like drab brown gray at all costs everywhere.
It feels like this is both from like the careers you guys are proceeding with, but also you've worked hard on a lot of those, as you mentioned, games that are like very dark, very serious, very, we're in the era of cozy core, and this is something that you guys seem to, both in your company's logo, which is just making me feel comfy looking at it, but also in the game design aspect. It's something that you guys are sort of falling into at the right time in your careers, and something that is going to obviously complement where you guys are at as a team. Is that correct?
No, that's exactly it. Like something that we all kind of said together when we first started on the team was we just wanted to make something that made us happy. That when we come into the office, we're like, yay, we're happy. Instead of like, oh, look, we're killing more things, more death, simulating war. I'm so tired of doing that. Enjoy with our children at this point. I'm like, and just feel proud of like putting in front of kids, be like, yes, we made this. And it's just an enjoyable experience.
Totally. Nice. And then I was going to say, like, obviously you've got them as a bit of a sounding board for some of the ideas and stuff, but that stretches a little further into where you guys are going for how you're developing this, the feedback, and how you're reaching out to communities. Can you explain a little bit, or the community, how you guys are planning to move forward with sort of input from the audience that this game might attract?
Yeah, absolutely. So that was something that bugged all of us working for large publishers and large companies through the years, is that you're not allowed to put the game in front of players until way too late in the process, like alpha beta. You're like, well, crap, everything's done. So any amazing feedback they have, it's frankly too late to do anything with until like post launch. And so we vowed we would not do that, especially with a small agile team. We're like, if we're going to own this, we're going to just fucking put it in front of people as fast as fucking possible. So we started a public Discord already a couple of months ago. And when we were preparing to go to Gamescom, the idea was that whenever we finished that build, which was kind of like our vertical slice that had most of the major systems in play, like both procedural dungeons and the town builder and like the relationships with the NPCs, we would put that on the Discord. No NDAs. Just you want to join the goddamn playtest? Here's the sign up link. Please, it's public. It's right there. The Discord is still there. If you would like to go sign up and play for it, it's right there. We're going to post an update to it next week is the plan. So yeah, getting feedback from them now is amazing, like getting early feels, especially for things like NPCs, because at some part there is like a dating sim aspect to this. So I really want to know now if people are resonating with these characters.
Jem
Like,
is.
You don't say.
If Jem wasn't already in, Jem is now very
Oh, I'm
in.
sorry. I can also date the characters. Oh, hi.
You can absolutely date the characters. Yes, and so we've had 2 of the major character reveals, and there'll be a couple more coming up soon too. But yeah, you can just play the game now, and it's been invaluable.
Yeah, amazing. We're sharing the Discord with our audience tonight, so you should have an influx of Australian opinions very soon.
It's very loud.
Sorry
Yeah, we're
about
so sorry.
that.
I want to give you props on. First of all, it's like 4 a.m. over there right now, is it? Is that correct?
It's 4:20 in the morning.
So
Yes.
thank you so much for making the time, but also for probably one of the most polite plus aggressive pitches to get people on a Discord I've ever heard. It was like, please, we would love you to fucking be on the Discord right now. I'm
It's
like,
right
oh
there.
my word, yeah, do it.
I love it.
No, good sell.
I do want to quickly talk about the fact that you were just you had representation in Australia. Were you in Australia, Michelle, just for South by Southwest, or some of the
No,
team?
Jen was.
Jen was.
Yeah.
Jen
Yep.
visited South.
I met Jen the other day.
You met Jen
yeah.
there? Yeah, cool. And it's and I know you've got some support from around the ANZ region as well. What's it like having a remote studio? Have you worked with that? It seems to be a bit of the running deal now since COVID that remote is very, very workable. What does it look like for Dragon Snacks?
Yeah, so we knew going into it that we would be full remote. When Chris built the team for Monopoly Go, that team was full remote. He's like, this is imminently doable. And that team was 300 people. We can do it with 20. And so that was the core idea going into it. So all the infrastructure has been built with the idea that it has to be full remote. We made sure we're only hiring super senior people like right now. So they're a little easier to deal with full remote. And then we even had an intern, though, who was in college. And it was totally fine with because you have to go into it with that mindset that there will not be an office and you have to kind of change the way you interact with people, schedule meetings, talk to people. But it's actually been a blast because we get to work with people from all over the world. Like our amazing PR person, Calliope, is based out of New Zealand. And so yeah, it makes scheduling meetings sometimes a little bit of pain in the butt, but we wouldn't get to work with her if we had it required an office space. So no, it's been great being full remote.
That's so cool.
Sure. Hopefully some of the back pocketeers who join the Discord will prove themselves worthy and be working for Dragon Snacks before the year's out. Good opinions only, everyone.
It's gonna be so many kangaroos.
We should probably finish up by like, what's the next thing you guys are really excited to see in terms of that development process, or is there anything you want to let us know about? We're not always looking for an exclusive, but I mean, if there's anything you can tell us about it, or just as I said, anything you're excited.
What should the audience be expecting?
What should the audience be expecting?
Sure. So as I said, we are going to push an update within the next week, and we'll finally have saves because that's been the major point of pain. Everyone's like, "I hate you. I can't fucking save the game." I'm like, "I'm sorry." So saves are coming. There's a lot of combat updates that are incoming, and there's a couple of other like just small art tweaks. But then the next really big major push is actually building the entire Refuting in the real game start. So you get to start from the very beginning and actually build your town up from scratch instead of like the little weird quasi town give you.
And I mean, because I know they're like server-based towns, so you can invite only have a town filled with all your friends. There could be a back pocket town.
That's sick.
Just
I
saying.
mean,
Can I do the
We're
sleepover
going to
club
take
in a
over
game?
those servers.
We're going to date all the NPCs.
Michelle, thank you so much. Thank you so much for waking up early for us. Really appreciate it. And everyone, the Discord link, the invite is in the chat right now. Make sure you jump across there and check it out. Thank you so much, Michelle.
Thank you for having me. It's been a blast.
See ya. I love that.
sick.
As we were chatting, I noticed the earrings from characters potentially from the game, the D20 dress, the landings in the background. I'm like, that's a developer if
I
I've
was like,
ever
oh, it's a
seen one. That's
nerd.
just like,
That's a TTRPG nerd right there.
yeah,
Yeah.
repping
I
it.
love that. That's
I
so
feel
cool.
like because I met with Jen and Calliope during South by.
Yep.
Oh, sick.
Because Calliope hit me up and she's like, I think we've got a game here that your community would be all over.
How good.
And so I met with them, we talked about it, and I was like, oh my God, yeah, Jesus. Because like a huge thing is like transparency during game development and also getting their community involved in the process of the game being made. And I was like, that sounds like very back pocket.
Totally. And also for any developer to go like, you do that thing where it's like, cool, we've made 80% of the game, let's put it out for server testing, all that kind of stuff. And then it's like, we have all these suggestions. It's like,
I can't do anything with it now.
well, thanks. It's like getting creative feedback. It's like, it's too late for that now. Like, I've made it.
But also, there's also like, I'm impressed that they are going to, that they're comfortable with how they're going to pass all that information.
Yeah.
Because like, if they're getting feedback from a million different places, you can't take all of that creative and put it into the game. There are wrong ideas. There are the wrong ideas for the game. There might be a great idea, but it's just wrong for the game. So that's a gargantuan task.
But also imagine as a resource just to have a well to draw from when you're feeling like, where are we going? I'm sure they're not, but like a bit aimless. It's like, well, just dig into the well and draw out.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's like,
Joshy, you can't say that.
I'm always really curious how, I guess, balancing the... like running, even though it's a small team, balancing that with children, with your life, with, you know, a community management,
4am phone calls.
with 4am phone calls,
With whatever the
with a
hell's
bunch
going
of
on in
Aussies.
America right now.
Yeah, what that fundamentally looks like and how that changes the way development is structured and how much you can give to development when the world feels like it's kind of crushing down around you.
Well, I think a big part
Just the White House.
of the game's development as well, you know, speaking from having a chat with the girls, was that like kids was a huge part of it because you know, there was a time where there were so many spaces online that kids could have fun and didn't have to worry about weird shit happening.
Club Penguin, I miss
I
you
was gonna
every
say,
day.
Ultima meets Club Penguin meets a kind of like cozy core thing. It's like, it's so sought after these
Totally.
days. Like
Yeah.
something
Because
that is just like that little second.
Yeah.
Were they ever safe? Let's be real. Habbo Hotel was...
Oh, Habbo Hotel.
Habbo Hotel was a disaster.
That was its
Well, was
own
it really
thing.
for
So was
children?
Yeah.
Well, yes.
But yes, it was.
Just take your friends. Just
But
your friends.
that's why the cool thing about this is that it is invite
Limited
only.
server.
So like you
Yeah,
can just invite
yeah.
your friends to build this
I love
town
that.
with
That's
you.
I love
nice.
that,
It's
love
really
that,
cool.
love that.
It feels
Yeah.
very, you can foster community in there without feeling like exclusionary to like new friends.
Yeah,
which is kind of fun.
exactly.
And
That's
I-
really cool.
I've never heard solar punk, but I love it.
Yeah,
big
And I
fan.
I saw
Great.
solar punk in
Is
what I
that
was
that's
looking
like, yeah, it's got to have a core and essential element to do with gardening and growth and
Harnessing the sun.
Well, and
Yeah.
I'm like, that's for like atriums and like it has the
Yeah.
steampunk vibe, but also like, yeah, for me it's that what was that tea brewing one by?
Wonder Stop.
Yeah,
It's
really
kind of got
so
that vibe
good.
to it, totally. But yeah,
Really good.
sure.
Okay, final question. Do you reckon she's gone back to bed or she's just up powering
I
through
she's
the
hope
day?
wired
so.
now.
Oh
It's
my
too
god.
late.
I reckon she's
She
just
said,
powering
she
through
said
the day.
yeah,
Early
she's
start.
having a
Keep-
coffee, so
Yeah,
Michelle,
it's too late
crash
for
is
her.
done.
caffeinated. Though I
Yeah.
could fall asleep after a coffee quite easily. So
It's apparently what you meant to do to get the best like little perk up. You have a coffee and then you have a quick power nap, and I can't even say funny
Power
word.
nap?
Power
Power
nap,
nap.
and then
Power
like
nap.
wake up
Power
half an
nap.
hour and the caffeine just like boom, just kicks through. That was me having a shit straight
why is there a flap on your
It's
anus?
that, oh my god, toilet seat. I
Oh,
blasted it
okay.
back.
You
It's
leave the
the
toilet
full-
seat closed.
Yeah,
What are those like little jumpsuits that babies wear with
Right
the flap
through.
at the back? That's what Gus wears.
that's what I wear. The flap
Yeah.
just slides open. We should
Right.
move on.
the flap is open.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, let's do what we've been playing.
Get that man a coffee.
Really good. Let that man shit. It's what we've been playing, discussing the games we've been playing this week. And it's brought to us by Nicritex.
We
I
didn't
like
hear
that
that
one.
before with races, did we?
I don't think so.
No, maybe not.
He's in the
You
room.
talked over it last time.
We heard.
That sounds about
I'd
right.
like to hear it again.
You want to hear the far again?
Fart.
Is that what it was? Yeah.
Is that someone yelling fart in a cave?
No, it's FAH.
Far.
Ah.
What's far mean?
What's it from?
Is that
I thought it
6'7"?
was Jeremy Fragrance. Power! You remember him?
No.
Oh, yeah, he's
Don't
like
explain.
an
That
old
was
freak.
Leave it as a mystery. We'll
Tester?
discover it.
Oh, look him up.
Okay.
Look him
I
up.
won't.
But with Nicritex, we play a round of screenshot in the dark, where we'll have 6 screenshots that become less and less vague, and we have to guess what game they're from.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'm so bad at this.
So that's your
You sound so excited.
I'm always so
I'm gonna
excited for new
fail.
things.
your name is your buzzer. So
Hell
say
yeah.
your name.
Take us to the dark.
Take us to the dark.
Ah,
Oh,
crap.
mushrooms.
Oh,
No, marshmallows.
I should know them.
Oh, this feels like a
I
thing
should know them.
Mm,
I feel like I should know them. Oh.
Wow.
They're not-
Oh.
they're
Oh,
hard
oh,
pivot.
oh, it's
Wow. That's the most like clear, but
yeah.
Oh,
Nah,
man.
I'm out.
Oh,
oh,
Peter.
Gus.
Hello.
Peter said his name first.
Oh, did you? Sorry, go for it.
Pepita.
I went Pepita. I'm gonna say the Elder Scrolls Daggerfall, which is 2. No, 2 is Arena.
He's got it.
There you go.
I was gonna say Baldur's Gate 1 or
Oh, yeah,
something,
no,
so
I-
it had
I
that
don't-
kind of. Wow, what a cool. Whoa!
Damn.
Holy heck! Games came.
That's what they look like.
Long way.
That's
Man.
crazy.
Do you think Elder Scrolls 6 will ever happen?
It's kind of fun
No.
going back to this aesthetic as well, though. Like I'm seeing a few new games coming out
Totally.
like that. Like,
Yeah.
Nothing ever dies.
Yeah.
We just recycle it.
Hexen and all that kind of like, but that sort of Oh my god, footage! Come here,
Yeah,
Naked
there's
Man.
gifts in these ones, but it'll go,
Whoa.
it'll go blank.
Wild.
That's beautiful.
I bet it's got a sick logo too.
Not really.
It's fine.
They're all kind of like that. Taken outside, yeah.
That second screenshot was awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh my
Lady
god,
Eye Lady.
it threw
That
me
was
off
beautiful.
completely.
Yeah.
I thought maybe I got the idea of the game
Yeah,
wrong.
that
I was
is
like, this is
so
a separate thing
cool.
entirely.
Crazy.
It's giving
It must be one of
Dragon
the
Age
paintings,
Origins.
I assume. On
Totally.
The wall.
Yeah.
It's going to be a representation of like Sotha
You look at an
Cell
artwork
and
and-
the
yeah,
gods.
That's awesome. So we're going to talk about what we've been playing. None of us have been playing that, but Pete has been playing Keeper.
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 Keeper is about Mark. What's his name? The Australian soccer player guy who was a goalkeeper. It was a Mark.
Schwarzer.
Schwarzenegger. No, Keeper is Double Fine's latest release. It is on the Xbox systems because it's a Double Fine game. And it is a game about being a lighthouse with crab legs.
Finally.
Beautiful.
You
Game for the rest of us.
set off on a journey through a painterly landscape solving puzzles with your seabird companion. And this is an entirely wordless video game.
I love
It's
that.
just very classic game design. It's a small game, a 3-hour kind of experience as you walk and solve puzzles. It's very linear, but it doesn't really feel constrictive because it is one of those, for lack of a better word, like artsy style games that is led by its game design. You follow the glowing stuff, basically.
Got it.
So it's very clear which way you're going, and you don't really feel like going anywhere else. The game is designed for a purpose, and you set out to solve that purpose and just appreciate how beautiful it looks. The puzzles themselves,
Go home, Lighthouse, get drunk.
maybe skip like 5 minutes because there is a bit of it is beautiful how it kind of seamlessly is
Yeah.
cutscene and gameplay, like you're controlling this, but
But also, like,
is how I felt playing Death
Saturday-
Stranding.
Well, this is how I felt Saturday night at PAX. So.
yeah.
This is actually live footage of Gus right now. Wow.
Yeah, it is a puzzle game. You kind of walk through the map, you solve puzzles with your bird companion. There's some interesting development to the puzzles, but they're all quite simple. The joy of them is kind of how contextually grounded they are in the world, because it's very much about experiencing the world that they've built here. There's areas where you're kind of jumping through time and navigating areas, and it all kind of like feels tied to because there's no words, there's no script, there's no audio logs, there's nothing. You're learning about the world as you experience it, and so those elements that you find are kind of a little bit of a story. Jumping back in time and through time kind of gives you an idea of what this world was, what it's become, and so the puzzles are very much about look at the beauty of the world, discover the beauty of the world. It's a vibes kind of game.
Totally.
It's just so stunning. There's games that look a bit like this, but it really leans hard into, you can see the strokes of the brushes, whether they're digital or were painted and scanned in, I'm not sure. I think it's all digital art, but just you can see the handcraftedness of every part of it, and because it is a very linear experience, it all feels so beautifully detailed. And it does have spooky vibes and cutesy vibes, and there's this soundtrack that kind of carries you between them really nicely. It's a bit obtuse as a soundtrack. It's kind of not what I expected, but it does work. It's kind of a little bit plonky is the best way to describe it. Like, it's not a swelling score. It's kind of like, it feels like one person at a bay of instruments kind of feeling their way around.
It's kind of like the character. It's like you're by no means graceful or anything, so of course it's going to reflect
Yeah.
a
It's
bit
like
of
when
that.
100%.
Stewie plays the the tuba behind Chris.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I
Thank
don't-
you.
I don't-
Oh, I see it.
don't
I
know
see it.
I don't know Family Guy.
Oh, you
It's
should.
brain rot. This is a twin stick puzzler. You aim the basically you are the light of the lighthouse. That is the brain of you, and without spoiling anything, like you are not always in the lighthouse. So there's like you kind of follow that, but it's an interesting little journey that this light on the lighthouse goes. But because it's a twin stick puzzler in a 3D space with a planted camera, it's kind of awkward to control that. Because you're trying to swing it all the way around back towards the camera,
Yeah, right.
and aim it around. So it's a little bit cumbersome. Like at times it's clunky, and then at other times it's just really frustrating. It's never, I never
Never seamless kind
had a
of
really
experience.
gelled experience with it. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Which is a little disappointing, and it is hampered by the camera. But I think ultimately this point is a positive, but. It's kind of emulating early 3D game design where, you know, you'd walk across a threshold and then the camera would jump into the room and then you're positioned at the entrance and you're kind of being moved around the screen as the camera jumps.
It's that like
Right.
Resi
I was
meets
gonna-
Grim
Totally
Fandango
resi.
and like,
a
Minus
lot of
running
early
into the same
60s.
wall again and again.
Those games, you know, you would be holding left, you'd hit a screen, and then you're holding left and it sends you back out the room.
And you do that when you're getting stuck in that little loop.
Yeah.
But
But
fixed that
they
since.
fixed that here, but I'm expecting it, and so it still
You
feels
correct.
like brain.
You
Yeah.
double
I
correct.
correct
and-
for the
yep,
thing that
yep.
it already corrected for. It's actually really brilliant, but it still breaks your brain every time.
Yeah.
But what it does allow for is a really stylistic and aesthetic choice in where they plant the camera in this beautiful world they've designed. So, you know, you're crossing a bridge and it jumps to a kilometer away on a long lens with something interesting in the foreground and you're just walking across the bridge. So it's creating all these really gorgeous moments. And so while the gameplay is simple, it's worth pursuing because you learn about the world. And while it's frustrating, it's worth enduring because you get all these beautiful moments that game design sets up. So I think like the sum of its parts is really, really beautiful. And such it's a short and sweet experience. So it's the kind of thing that doesn't outstay its welcome and feels like a beautiful little homage to game design that I feel like Double Fine are always in that space of trying to make something, a game that they used to love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A game that they grew up loving, and then they go, let's make one of those.
Recapturing that kind of
Yeah,
feeling.
and I think it does that and has some clever tricks to modernize it and just looks stunning.
I appreciate that, that it is a short game and a short story because for me, this concept is so brilliant because it is a sketch on a napkin of a lighthouse
Yeah,
anthropomorphized with a little eyeball and the legs. And it's like, that's the game. I'm like, oh my God, someone's drawn that and gone, what about this? And everyone's looked at it and gone, that's brilliant. Yes! And there's about 3 to 5 hours of gameplay in that. And even though I've heard some lovely things about, the bird companion and that there are some touching moments in what is a limited main character.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's not an 8-hour game that tries to
Yes.
add heaps of puzzles and make it
Yeah.
itself more than it needs to be in this
Yeah.
case, I think.
Without like spoiling, obviously, because you'd want to play it for yourself. I find like artsy kinds of games, like use that term very broadly and generically. Like, you know, Gris is the 5 stages of grief. Enfant is, you know, environmental ecological disaster in the wake of like pollution. Is there like a core theme to this? You can kind of say like, oh, this is a very poetic way of discussing like a singular topic, or is it more kind of like a wish fulfillment?
I think I mean, I'm too dumb for that, but I like
That's pretty to me.
my take is that it's a reflection on where we're headed. It's kind of holding a mirror up to, you know, the whole world has crumbled basically.
Right.
you know? What once was thriving no longer is. It's more a dystopic future in but still seeing the beauty in the world and what was and what could come out of the destruction of everything.
That's nice.
I would have gone with loneliness in a lighthouse. It feels like the loneliest of all things.
There's
So I'm
actually
is there
a lot
little
of
bit
life.
Gus writing poetry.
There's still a lot of life in the world, which actually is really quite nice.
Yeah, okay, cool.
There's a lot. Yeah, there's movement. Those things up in the sky. That's a creature. You're in a town with creatures. You're interacting with. You're shining your light on little things and watching them react to the light. And it it definitely feels like one of those. Again, the creepiness comes from this kind of like the decrepit energy that kind of exists from the destruction of the world.
Yeah.
Which is kind of this ethereal thing. It's represented by like a swarm of plague, effectively.
Right.
That you can kind of burn your way through with the light still.
I really want someone, you know how like people used to do like why this like kids cartoons actually super dark and fucked up.
Yeah.
But it's like this, but take it to the extreme. Like this is actually a place in an actual part of Earth. And this is a future of economic and ecological decline. It's the adventure time of games.
Yeah. I need someone to
That's
read way too deep into this game.
Yeah. I want you to go so deep and then keep going.
Yeah.
Well, I think
sure
like
people
speaking
can.
on like kind of the like Double Fine's desire to kind of build on game design, the fact that you have this light that you can control and like the way that it interacts with the environments, but also the way that like other creatures respond to light, that is very cool. That is a very cool little game design thing that is hard to do.
Yeah, look, I mean, I don't know how to make a game. I don't know how hard it is. It doesn't feel like a unique concept.
Yeah.
The only thing that feels unique about this game is its look. Like, that's not, like, pointing a torch at a thing and then like, we've been doing that for 20 years.
There's nothing unique in the world.
There's pointing
They've
a
had an
torch at
original
something,
thought.
but then there's like actively moving light around and having the world react to it, which is
I've done that 100 times in a video game.
But it's the thing like the sum of its parts though. It's how those components work together.
Totally.
Outside of their individual complexities.
I've never been the lighthouse.
Yes.
That's true. You've never
And
been
now
allowed
you
to.
I've just
are.
controlled the light of the lighthouse.
I think and to add to that, it's just like the Burton-esque nature of Double Fine, because this is I think one of the long-running art designers who worked on this one. It's not Tim Schafer, but it's like it's them like pouring out that Double Fine style, which for me runs so in parallels with that Burton-esque creepy kind of beautiful nature, and I'm just like, it's lovely that that's a distinct look for them, and that it can therefore speak about. It can be spooky, can be cute, it can be charming, it can be eerie, and
How you internalize, that's up to you.
that's it.
that's so true.
But I've never shone a torch in a game.
Peter famously never shone torches in games.
We've never
Runs down
been the
corridors
torch. We've never
blindfolded.
been the torch.
We've never
That's
been-
the
yeah.
thing. That's the point.
A DLC of Alan Wake where you are the torch. That's Keeper. It's pretty cool.
So beautiful.
Beautiful. Well, I'll go next with my game. I started playing By Sweet Carole, which is a narrative horror adventure game developed by Little Sewing Machine, where you play a young girl called Lana on a quest to find her friend Carole in a world that shifts between drab reality and Disney-esque fantasy, but spooky. So this game, akin to a storybook, plays out in chapters with Lana's journey being narrated by like a voice of God narrator. He kind of sounds like the Coming This Summer guy at moments, but I'm not sure if it's him.
In a world.
Yeah,
guy?
yeah, it's crazy. And you get the impression as you play the game, like you start off in the fantasy version of the world, and you know the woodland creatures are all very kind to you, and you're like, wow, I'm the princess of the land. This is awesome. But then you're hit with the stark reality that you actually live in an orphanage, and you're not very well liked by both the adults and the other children
I can say,
present.
and the animals.
Yeah, the animals
The animals
hate
fucking
you.
hate
No, the
Wow.
animals are chill with you, but
That's
the teachers and staff and stuff and the other orphans
The people meant to keep you alive.
just really do not fuck with you.
Damn.
So you immediately get this sense of loneliness, which is only kind of emboldened by the fact that you did have a friend, Carole, and she's mysteriously missing.
Oh.
So you're on this quest to find her. But you're not just faced with the hatred of everyone around you. You're also faced with actual fantasy horrors, such as an evil owl with glowing red eyes, so you know that it's evil. And this very tall, gaunt figure called Mr. Kin, who's
Hate that.
he's the main antagonist. So as you can see, the game's completely hand-drawn. And the visual design of it definitely shows like a real love and appreciation for
Walt
the
Disney
aesthetics.
specifically.
Well, Walt Disney, Don Bluth.
Yeah.
Like the old 80s and 90s animation.
Yeah, the softness.
The softness of it all, and not just in the character designs and animations, but also in like the background and foreground, how it's got that kind of like hand painted vibe, which makes those animated characters really stick out. And the music is really great as well. It's like very consistent when it sets the tone between
It's
like
orchestrally and like that kind of stuff you've seen in those
between like
movies?
this mystical fantasy, but also this like horror-filled tension. Yeah, it's good. It's really, really beautiful.
It's a platformer with a bit of puzzling, is it? Like, because she's
Yeah.
got a health bar. That's what I keep looking at. I'm
Yeah.
like, is everything going to be okay?
How ominous.
Well, I mean, there's enemies.
Yeah.
And like that, that's where the horror comes in.
Yeah, okay, go. We're still very early on though. Yeah, okay.
We are still very early on, and
Scrub a bit, Josh.
to note, I am still very early on.
Yeah.
And despite its beautiful visuals and music and its very interesting premise, I've been finding the actual gameplay so far to be pretty clunky.
Yeah, okay.
And somewhat uninteresting. Moving around is a real slog. Everything just feels a bit slow, even when there are chase sequences where you have to run from monsters who for some reason find me even when I have gone into a hiding position and
Hate
hold my
that.
breath, which you have to do. So it ends up being tense, but also feels like all for naught because like, why did I hide? They found me. But yeah, I'm finding the early stages a bit boring. However, I did recently unlock the ability to turn into a bunny.
Oh, sick.
And I like being a bunny. Being a bunny feels awesome. You are much weaker than being a teenage girl. However, you move around a lot faster
than one.
and you can wall jump.
And
then you got a grappling hook.
Do they explain why you can become a creature, or is that just kind of like the fantasy of the world?
It's originally like the gist that I get from it is that it's originally a curse that gets put on you.
Oh, yeah.
But then you've got this friend called, I think his name's like Mr. Beastie. Your friend,
Jimmy,
your
yeah.
friend
Disney Mr.
Jimmy,
Beast here.
Jimmy Beast.
Yeah.
With his little hand of
who's
snackables
like,
or whatever they had.
he's the
I'll give you $100,000 if you can be a bunny for 6 weeks.
Oh, I hate that owl. That owl
he's
sucks.
this. Oh, the owl is so mean.
It's like the awful owl in Pooh Bear, but like worse.
Yeah. But this Mr. BC character, he's designed kind of like a what's the word?
Noodle man.
Noodle. No, my brain's saying noodle spaghetti.
Like the
Pipe.
Is this him?
Cuphead.
Is this him?
Oh, this dude?
Cuphead.
Yeah.
No, this is the main villain.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
What's the Cuphead art style called?
I know the one you mean. Rubber hose?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's designed like a rubber hose character. And he looks. Oh yeah, he's lifting us up right here.
He's scary.
And he's so cute. I love him very much.
Oh, no, he's cute.
And
I love him.
he's like your friend that helps you out. And but I'm currently looking for his head where I am up to in the game.
Do you think, I should ask, because this seems to be obviously drawing a lot from, like you said, the Disney movies, those classics, and even a little bit of like, I'm seeing Secret Garden and all that stuff. Is
Yeah.
Alice in Wonderland, Secret Garden, all those stuffs, all those stuff, the fantasy was a metaphor for escapism for something that their character was going through.
Troublesome young woman.
No, fuck.
Well,
Is this? Do you think are there hints of this being, not literal, but actually, it's all in her mind, or it's like a wonderful escapism thing? Have they touched on that at all, or is this actually it's a fantasy game?
Orphanage. Spoilers.
well, there seems to be a vibe. Well, it is still a horror game. It's kind of giving me the vibe of like a horror game that's fine for kids because I'm yet to see any actual violence.
Sure.
Yeah, the implication of
There's just the
scary
implication
stuff.
of scary stuff, but it seems to be. I don't want to spoil anything, but it's a lot darker.
Okay.
Than like
Darker than
a
Alice?
spooky- yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Pretty dark.
Shit gets
but
crazy.
I don't want to spoil it.
100%.
It looks like it plays like a SNES game. Like it looks like
Yeah.
even early Prince of Persia. The animation of like landing is like there's a stop.
Yeah.
And then you go.
Yeah.
And like I could totally see that being frustrating. Like Prince of Persia today is a much more
Fluid and
frenetic
dynamic.
and
Yeah.
fluid game. And this style of game, like, because I'm watching, I'm like, yeah, I played The Lion King on my SNES,
Yeah.
and it played like that, which is like, again, like maybe references to game design that is accurate but not wanted anymore.
Well, the references,
Yeah.
the animation is accurate. It's a trade-off to
Yeah.
have that animation look so beautifully hand-drawn and so bespoke, but it doesn't handle well or it doesn't telegraph into itself
Yeah.
very smoothly. So that's why then when you see it in the motion of a gamer controlling them, it looks good, but it doesn't look as beautiful as the little moments of it. It's like the jump mantle can start to look a bit funky, but it's so beautifully done in its minutia.
Yeah.
It seems to feel strange. Whereas
Oh,
the
yeah.
bunny, obviously, I think is
Bunny
a little
feels
bit.
great.
Yeah,
Bunny
boo.
translates a little better,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Funny as
Honestly, like everything about this game, except for the gameplay, stands far above the gameplay.
Yeah. It's
but
like its shining point is its art direction.
Great
Totally.
screenshots for
Totally.
this game,
What-
but it's
What would it take for you to kind of feel like it's like the more you discover
How many guns?
how many guns? What would it take for you to feel more kind of steady with the gameplay, or like for it to feel like it's kind of meeting you at the same level?
Honestly, I think once I get a little bit further into it, maybe if it speeds up a little,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure at some point he becomes a companion of sorts
Oh,
to
cool.
you, which would probably make me feel a little less useless.
This is what I mean. It's like that looks
looks
great,
so
but
beautiful.
doing it there looks
I was
starts to
so
look
mad.
stupid. Yeah, that it's not looking smooth.
There is a constant switch between being the
bunny and the girl.
the bunny and the girl, because like you want to be the bunny because it's easier to move around, but sometimes you need to be the girl to interact with things.
Sometimes you gotta be the girl.
Sometimes you gotta be the girl.
I think the
Who are
more
you, the bunny or the
I
girl?
delve myself into the story of it, the
Jesus.
the better off I will be for it.
Hell yeah.
Terrifying though.
Again,
Yeah.
so do you still think? Again, sorry, not to answer the question before. Do you think there is something of a not a reveal or a twist, but like your Pan's Labyrinth level of
Yes.
There.
I
yeah.
just can't say.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I'm just saying you got that vibe from it, and that there's something in that. That
Yeah,
feels
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't like the
there's-
bunny madam.
Yeah, okay.
There's like it all leads to something, right?
Yeah.
And I'm keen to figure it out. I'm just I
that's good.
hope I get used to the
Yeah.
controls and the way that this plays, because everything else about it I think is really, really cool.
And you reckon the story's compelling enough that you'll push through
Yeah.
past that jank
Right.
to work out what's exactly going on and
Yeah,
why
I have one
she's
gripe though.
Please, gripe away.
And it's such a minute
all right.
detail.
It's a safe space for minute detail
You hate
grapes.
the game,
But
I get it.
no, for a game that's animation looks so beautiful and the visuals are so gorgeous, the when characters talk rather than having the characters actually say the words, it's a looping animation of them kind of like opening and moving their mouth. Yeah, like that, but like over and over rather than like the words actually being.
Matching.
No voice acting, I take it.
There is voice acting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
there
So it
is
feels-
voice
it
acting,
feels
and it does
strangely-
that, and it
Oh.
just sort of it pulls you out of
Yeah.
how good the game should look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also was so surprised when I saw this game in screenshots or even early concept, the cover art. I appreciate that that it's actually a very muted, very grey, very washed out
Yeah.
game because
Yeah.
it's not the
It's so washed
super
out.
Technicolor styling, but it's kind of frustrating because it seems like a lot of the detail and the artistic style is lost in this muddiness of it, which I
Yeah.
get it's there for a vibe, and maybe there's areas later on that aren't like that. But I was so surprised, even that opening area when you're in the garden, I was like, it's all
Yeah.
kind of like the contrast is being
Yeah.
pushed the wrong
Well,
way.
The in like the second part of the garden when you go to that big like field of white flowers,
That was-
stinky letter. The big white flowers, it's like gorgeous,
Yeah.
and there's that moment of splash of color. And I think I feel like it's intentional to be like, oh, isn't this beautiful? Just kidding, you're in a fucking
Goodbye.
orphanage and everyone
Yeah.
hates you.
That's so pretty and cool, except your life sucks,
yeah,
babes.
yeah. Sorry.
Is she, this might be my poor eyesight, is she slightly blurrier than the background?
That
Is
might be
she-
your eyes.
Like the character model slightly, like she's not quite as crisp as the background around her is.
The background has this sort of like
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think that's
okay.
a fair call.
she's a little
She's softer because she's a sprite on
she's
what is a
softer
more
because she's
detailed
she's
background.
bright,
Yeah,
she's
okay.
moving, and the background is
And let's not ask any questions about that. That's just
Yeah.
Oh no,
that's
I just wonder
weird.
if I was just have bad eyesight or if that was what I was actually seeing.
So
it can
it's-
sometimes make her a little hard to see. Which
Yeah,
is,
I got a bit
annoying.
lost when she was in hiding from the
Yeah.
what I'm gonna call
Yeah.
the rabbit madam.
It's funny. It wouldn't really be anything I'd have as much of a gripe with if the art wasn't so stunning and like the detail
Yeah.
is all there, and it's not being shown off in a way that I think it could be done in a way.
I think if she stood out a little
Yeah.
bit more, and like
Yeah.
it's already the character designs are already really beautiful. Some of the like unimportant side characters looked a bit naff, but it's because they're not important, so whatever. But I think if she was a little brighter
That's
in
literally it.
comparison
Yeah.
to the background, it'd be better.
Because even that little guy, the little head, is so clear because it's slightly brighter
Yeah.
than everything else. Like I can see that.
It feels
perfectly.
like
Yeah.
we're like just picking
ghost.
at it.
Oh, it's so
but it's such a.
nitpicky.
But
Oh
it's
yeah,
a-
that wasn't a criticism. It was more like, am I seeing
No,
this correctly?
I agree with you. It's just such a weird thing because so much of this game is the art
Yeah.
style that
Yeah.
it feels like that's something you can nitpick. But
I will say, I love a game that takes like a cute concept and goes, actually, you're cooked.
Yeah.
So I'm super in for this.
he seems very Ghibli-esque while she seems very Disney-esque. Like his noodly kind of strange eyes and everything. It's cool. It's you had
It-
Disney.
it-
You had to squash
It
your
Show
feels
us less. This
it
is-
feels
this
like
is- this is
too.
puzzle
Yeah,
solving.
yeah.
Yeah.
We'll bring
We're
it
done.
out. Bring it off.
Yeah, cool.
But it's too. It's really delightful and really delightful, and it's also really delightful.
delightful.
But also, grey, scary horror game making
Yeah.
you go yuck.
Delightful.
Platforming
Yeah,
style,
I
but-
hope I get a good scare.
Yeah.
Currently, it's just been getting a little fright because
Little bit
the
eerie.
owl flew at me.
Fair enough.
And also that scary
Just like
lady.
in real life.
Yeah, I hate
He's
when the
back in the
birds
box.
fly.
Owl flew at me. Sometimes you got to be the girl.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta be the girl.
And sometimes you got to be the bunny. But yeah, that's by Sweet Carole. I hope I enjoy
Carol
it
dead.
soon.
Carol's dead. There's the twist.
Carol
Come on. You
died.
find Carol's grave at the end. That's my prediction.
I hope
Jen-
you have a great time with this because I want to have a good time with this. That's fun. Hello, sorry, hi.
I don't want to spoil anything.
Pick up the mood a little bit with your game.
What have you been playing?
Y'all, I've been playing so much Silent Hill F. Oh my god, I'm
Yeah.
obsessed. How much time we got? I could talk endlessly about this game. All right, so let me set you the pretense.
Please.
It's 1960s Japan. You're in the fictional town of Ebisugaoka. You're playing as Hinako, who is this like 15, 16-year-old schoolgirl who is seemingly thrust into this fight for survival against her maybe friends, maybe enemies, while also trying to piece together what the overall arcing horror that's like haunting her is. This is a game that you have to play more than once. I cannot stress this enough. You get one ending on your first go, and that is the mandatory ending. That's just where the story begins. There are 5 endings. The UFO one isn't that. That's like a classic Silent Hill bit is the UFO ending. Where you're abducted by aliens.
The dog was controlling it the whole
The
time.
whole time. So I'm now on ending 3, which is going for the UFO ending. There are 2 more that I need to get to get the full story. It is a gorgeous game. I think if you were to remove, like I said this in my review, if you remove the monsters from this would be a great walking tour of a rural Japanese town. It is so beautiful. This is a standalone spin-off, so it is not directly connected to previous Silent Hill titles. We're not in the town of Silent Hill.
Probably for the best.
honestly, probably for the best. Everyone there seems to really have a bad life. But Hinako isn't doing much better. Along the way, you are, in classic Silent Hill fashion, no one explains anything to you, and you will constantly be like walking with a friend who then disappears, and no one asks where that friend went.
Oh my God. When Shu just fucks
Just
off.
up and leaves, and I'm like,
bro, you got the baseball bat. Are you serious?
Yes. There is a bit where a character that you meet reveals that they maybe can't be trusted, and no one asks a clarifying question. And I'm like, I need to kill this person, and I need them to be gone from my life. But no, it is a incredible game. I think there some of the criticism that I have been seeing is like, oh, it's not in Silent Hill anymore. That's kind of which I think is a silly criticism. Like Silent Hill 4 wasn't in Silent Hill. Silent Hill Short Messages was in Germany. The combat is a little bit clunky at times.
It was called Vispa Mountain.
Silent Hill, I think, from my experience, granted I've only finished like a couple of the games, but I've played just about every one of them now, has had combat that makes me want to die.
Oh, it's never been good. But
It's never been good.
You're supposed to feel hopeless.
Yeah, Hinako, I will say, is one of the strongest Silent Hill protagonists in terms of like, she's got a lead pipe and she ain't afraid to use it.
Nice.
I found it to be quite an easy game in terms of combat. I did play initially on story mode where everything's a little easier to get through. Puzzles on hard mode is really fun. There's a good balance of you can avoid monsters entirely if you feel like it, if you run far enough and kind of break their line of sight. You also have a lot of equipables called Onamori, which are like little boosts to your combat ability. It narrows enemy line of sight, so you can get into the fog and kind of put some distance between them.
The fog is still there, though.
The fog
fog's
is 80% of this game. It's trying to be like, what the hell is ahead of me right now?
That was kind of the defining factor of Silent Hill as a development thing, but it's as a carry through into the series. That feels all you need to bring across, like a haunting fog in an eerie location. Like that's
in a way of New York being a character in Friends. I would say Fog is a character in the Silent Hill games.
Absolutely, and that character wants you dead.
Yep.
I will say, if you are like kind of looking for a more direct connection to previous Silent Hill titles, there is a fascinating little detail buried in the greater story of Silent Hill F. That has a fun little connective bit of tissue that links it to the previous games, which I've gotten so into the lore of this one specifically because there's so many, much like other Silent Hill games, it's kind of like a narrative under a narrative. There are so many characters that are referenced or ideas that are kind of like, the game will just throw it out there and then never talk about it again until 10 hours later, and you're like, oh my God, that's that thing from
the best way for things to
Yeah.
be shown to you or like to discover them.
But then that's
is-
a good thing about having a little handy dandy notebook that tells you all about every character ever.
Dude, Hinako is out here taking notes like an
rocks.
absolute trooper.
Wait, the F stands for fog? That's not
The
it,
F
right?
stands for fog. No. I'm actually not sure what the F stands for in this particular
Sounds
one.
to
It's the
I
noise
was
you
like,
make when
Silent
you say
Hill,
something.
you're
Fuck.
fucked. Yeah. There is a really, like, not to get too, I don't want to spoil anything because I do think this is a game that you should play and experience for yourself. It is such a wonderfully hopeless story. Like, it really captures this sense of resignation to fate while also fighting so hard against something you know you cannot beat. And there's, like always, there's incredible monster design. There is a lot of, you could mine this for its deeper meaning until the cows come home. And I intend to do such. I found it to be an incredibly compelling game. I don't think I'd try and sit through 5 different endings if I didn't love it.
Well, I was going to ask, how long is a playthrough?
I did my first playthrough in just under 12 hours,
Okay.
but I did
okay.
stumble quite significantly towards the end. My second playthrough, I managed to get done in 8.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's still substantial. It's not a 4-hour game with like.
No.
While I totally get that, obviously the developers have intended that replay in it. Like some games do that because they're like, oh, it's a 4-hour game that's like made to be run 12 times. It is still a substantially, you could finish that game and be like, that's enough for me, or
You could end this at the very first ending and be like, wow, that was a really heartbreaking experience. And like, I feel like I've had such a phenomenal time with this. I'm satisfied with what I played. But if you want to go deeper, you have that option to
there.
pursue that to a greater extent and learn more about these characters. And what I love about this as well is, there are, as you kind of unlock more endings, there are parts of conversations that you think should have gone in the first one, but you're like, why did they stop talking there? Or something's not being said in that conversation that then gets slot into that position, and you're like, oh my God, that's what he meant.
That's cool. So you are rewarded for playing again.
Absolutely.
Are all 5 endings available at the start. If you loaded up a new save
Yeah.
and you were like, I know how to get the special ending.
No.
So you do unlock stuff as you complete the game. That's interesting.
From my understanding of how it works, so when you complete your first game, you then unlock a save slot for New Game Plus. You then start New Game Plus, and then you get that ending, and then it's like, start another save slot
Sorry,
for this. And
you
keep
will get
loading
that
it.
second ending playing New Game. There's no chance you'll accidentally fall back to the first ending.
It's not about decisions or things you're killing or choosing to let live or...
You are making active choices
Yeah.
to do certain things. So
Okay.
you will have some of the advantages you got from your first playthrough, you will get into your second playthrough.
Yeah.
And
And
then
it's-
that'll come through to your third playthrough.
And it's obvious enough how you would utilize that to get the second ending. Not you go, I played it all again and I got the same ending in a frustrating
Is it player knowledge or is it character knowledge that carries across?
It is, you will find new things, like things that
Okay.
were not there before. Like when you start your second, this is like not really a spoiler.
Not even knowledge, it's just that door won't open until you do the
Yes,
second playthrough.
you
kind of
will.
vibes.
Like I started my
Okay.
second playthrough, and there was a house behind Hinako's house that I was like, I can't get in there, but I can still jiggle the doorknob. And then when I got there, the door was open,
In the
and I was
second
like,
playthrough,
yeah.
Yeah,
And
cool.
then it leads you down to, there is an item you need to be finding. So keep an eye out for these shrines you can go to.
Gotcha.
And then it's like, okay, the next thing is, you now in my third playthrough, I now already have that item that I struggled for. Now what do I do with it?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
what do I need to do?
Well, I had to play this game, like the first hour or so of this game twice because the first
Yeah.
time I did was on my friend's account. And,
Oh my God,
I
yeah.
couldn't transfer my save. But the second time, I realized that I completely missed like a whole part, the shrine.
Me too.
I
also
just
missed
didn't go to
that.
the shrine.
Yeah.
And then, so in the second time, I went to the shrine. I'm like, this is horrendously sad.
Yeah.
But I'm so glad I did this again because if I didn't, I would have completely missed it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's so cool.
So much of the game is that. Yeah, so this was something that I was a bit shocked by at first because, again, I'd come off the back of, I'd gone through and I'd played Silent Hill 1 and 2 again before this came out. And I didn't remember it being like so aggressively like enemy-centric so quickly. I realized I just had a bad memory and it was has been like that historically for a bit. I think they do a very good balance of show and tell, and also just leaving you with being like, I have many questions and I'm not going to get answers to them right now.
I mean, that's just what makes... That is something about the Silent Hill series that is, I think, what they hang their hat on. It is that sort of obtuse storytelling vibes.
Yeah.
I can't speak for not having played this yet. I'm really looking forward to playing it. But I do really feel like this fits this Japanese horror. Like, Japanese
Yes.
horror has, at least from a Western perspective, has a lot of things that I don't quite understand,
Yeah.
and that the mystery and the sort of, maybe it's a cultural difference in terms of their just things that they just accept in their media, but also their storytelling. It's like, that's more natural, but it is also just so obtuse, so eerie, so at arm's length through the
Yeah.
politeness of the characters in a horrific situation. Like, why isn't anyone talking about this? In Silent Hill, it just felt weird. It felt like bad actors in a movie, which was a cool vibe to itself. It felt like everyone just had weird dialogue and was wandering around. Whereas here, I feel like it could take on an even more sinister / kind of like, again, Japanese horror scares the fuck out of me. So that's why I'm really excited to play this.
Yeah.
And I think it'll resonate more with me as a horror fan than your traditional Midwest town.
Japanese horror
Yeah.
is quieter, and I think
Yeah.
that's what makes
So it hits harder when it
scarier.
actually finally does show you something terrifying.
That's why a
it's-
little boy going,
Grudge boy, grudge boy, grudge boy.
It's also like partially, and again, I can't speak to this not being part of the culture, but there's a greater pull to mythology.
I was going to say, there's
Yeah.
tradition and there's stuff in there that
Yeah.
they can draw from that you go, oh my God, that's something from an ancient culture of a screaming lady hanging upside
Yeah.
down off a roof. And you're like, that's eerier than just a designer put it in there because it was a cool look. It's like...
The
they-
writer for this, whose name I'm gonna butcher, I think it's Ryoki Ishii.
Oh, 07?
Yes, Ryoki
Yep.
Ishii 07 was the
Seventh
writer.
in line,
the
too.
seventh in line was the writer of Higurashi When They Cry, which is
Oh,
my
yeah.
all-time goddamn
Good shit.
favorite visual novel and also
fucked up.
TV series.
Right, so
It's
yeah,
so
drawn on that really...
And I didn't know that when I started this. And then I went, God, this feels familiar and uncomfortable. It makes me doubt that my friends actually like me. And then went, I've played this game before.
it's because he's really good at that.
It's because he loves making me hate my
Yeah.
friends.
I also hope that this series continues down this path of being more anthology-esque in terms of using Silent Hill. Because I feel like, I'm probably getting this wrong, but like that's kind of what Resident Evil did in a way. Yes, there are recurring characters, but they use it as a brand and a motif for different settings and characters each time. Yes, they'll draw that line at the end and be like, it's actually to do with, what's it called, Umbrella or something.
It's always
but
Albert
it's always
Goddamn
such a
Wesker.
different, at least the last two and potentially this third game, and looking at, I love it being an umbrella over the series. And I think Silent Hill is actually, I think it ran its very limited course in those 2 or 3 games. It was a cool concept that probably didn't, the sequel is great, but it was like a stretch to keep that concept running over the same town, the same characters. Whereas I think this is a chance to flex and be like, different areas, different characters, different cultures. It's cool in that vibe.
Yeah.
Silent Hill's had a couple of flops as well. Like the last decade or more of Silent Hill has been like not well received by fans.
The remake's good. The new
remake's
shit.
fabulous.
well,
That's the
like-
remake of 2, isn't it, by Bluepoint?
Yeah.
That was
Blooper
like...
Team.
Blooper
Team,
Team.
sorry,
Yeah.
not Bluepoint.
But oh god, what was
Silent Hill: The Room
Short
is actually a
messages.
fantastic one on Xbox 360. It was a first-person one in a room that kept looping.
Yeah.
So like it worked when they got out of that sort of comfort zone. But you're right.
Well,
when
that was the first one. That was also the first game to, I believe, the first game to leave Silent Hill.
That's it.
Yeah, that wasn't actually set in the
Evil
town.
Dead.
But we don't know where
name.
that room was.
That's
it could have
true.
been
Yeah.
anywhere.
I think they do specify it's in. Oh, they do specify it's in a different town.
I was just joking.
What
but-
was the?
Oh,
What
I
was
can't read
was it a live action browser one?
Oh, that thing that
Okay.
it was a timed event, wasn't it?
Yeah,
as
it was
well?
like a
like
timed
last year or
event.
the year before.
That's
It was-
right.
Silent
That was a big
Hill.
swing and a miss, I
It was
think.
Silent
real
Hill.
steep.
And then one was like a mobile. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
That was bad. So this is
I-
a great.
I wanted to love short messages, but it was like that. I will say, if you played short messages and you were like, "Oh, "This is just so aggressively anti-bullying," to the point where I'm like, "I get it." This is very. It's a layered. A layered series of issues that it's looking at.
I think this
within.
one's a lot better written.
It was so much better written. Yeah.
A lot better written.
Can I call in Adele? Can you jump on the mic upstairs,
Calling
Adele?
Adele.
Because you've played a fair bit of this game as well.
Paging
Have you-
Adele.
We had a very big conversation about this, Adele.
Well, Adele's been talking about it in the office,
so
but
good.
but I haven't played any, so she has not been able to engage with me. So you both have played it. How far
a game
through
for
a
girls.
playthrough?
It's a game
Yeah,
for
it's a
girls.
girls'
How many
game.
endings have you got, Adele?
I've finished, like, I've done one playthrough, but I have looked up the other kind of endings because I did have to move on to Hades 2.
Fair call. Fair call.
fair.
It's another thing I could probably talk about.
We're glad
for
one of
ages.
our employees isn't
But
playing it.
we're talking about Silent Hill. But no, it was yeah, I got to the end of that, and even like I had to look up the other things because I also think I didn't have the patience to go through it all again to find out like the full story because it was so good in just the first playthrough of like the intrigue and the
fair
lore
enough.
and everything like that I was like I need to know everything about this game right now. It's just, and then I was thinking about it for like, and I'm still thinking about it. Like, there's still things I'll see, and like there was cosplayers at PAX, and I'm like, oh, like,
Oh man, that is one thing I will say. So I went to Tokyo Game Show, and they had the Silent Hill F.
They were
booth
cosplaying
there.
Everett. They were just schoolgirls.
No, they had a booth there.
Yeah.
And it was the most cooked booth. They had this gorgeous like cosplay of one of the characters in their most horrific version of themselves. And then they had, so this isn't a spoiler, it's like in the gameplay trailers. They have, if you're familiar with the nurses from like 2.
Yep. Peter.
Yeah.
You've famously been one
I've
of the
been
nurses.
one of those.
Have you now? Were you
Yeah,
wearing
yeah.
the
He
big
doesn't
shorts?
remember.
He can't remember. He
cut off
bandaged
my
his head too
circulation.
tight. That's
he put
true.
compression
Go
bandages on his
please.
head.
They have
Oh my god, dude,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, it's too high.
So they have a similar version of that, which is the Scarecrow girls and boys.
Oh my God.
That pivot at an angle and are very
Amazing.
jerky and jarring, and they will jump scare you.
Did you ever have the experience where you were standing in just the wrong place, where they just jerk and then suddenly point at you? But it's
I-
because you have to go back.
Yeah, I could hear the ones. So there's a puzzle. This isn't really a spoiler. There's a puzzle where you have to like navigate them and
Yeah.
try and activate the right one. But there are a couple that are set loose in the field, and you just hear them go. And you're like, where they're coming from?
Is it a distinctly because is it a distinctly Japanese thing? Because I can't remember if I talked about it on the show, but I played a Japanese horror game where I went to a school and there was a ballerina, and it was she would only move when you looked at her when the light was on. And it
Yeah.
was like it was like the scarecrows. It was like this thing. I love that it's something that sort of resonates in this Japanese horror of. It'll move when you don't look at it. It is just by its concept
Yeah.
terrifying. It's been in other games, but they do it well. They do movement of haunted and possessed things. There's just no middle ground. They do sweet, not cute, but like sweet and happy, and then they just go to they ratchet it to 11, and it happens in such a way that just I find it so unsettling, but it's brilliant.
I think like any horror, it's a very broad spectrum of what you find is scary, and I think what Silent Hill F does really well is it taps into especially like, not to make it a gender thing, a fear for women particularly, and especially of that time period where
Wait, when is it
marriage,
set?
1960s.
Oh, sorry, you said that up top. Sorry,
Yeah, 1960s Japan. There is a theme of like ownership and loss of autonomy, and that is deeply terrifying to me, and I imagine many people.
Totally.
But then it also plays on childhood fears because you are dealing with a younger girl. So there's also the fear of things that move in the dark, the fear of things that only move when you don't look at them.
You grow out of
fleshy
being
monsters.
scared of flesh scarecrow people that move. That's just a childhood
feel to
thing.
grow up?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm really scared of my friends not liking me, and also a horrible flesh monster.
I have another question for Adele, because you said something the other day. I was like, you have to talk about it on the show. But cut the mics for a second, Josh.
Oh.
Yeah. They're cut.
Hi. It's something that
Yay or nay? Thumbs up
it's
or
hard
down?
to
Mic's
condense
on?
because it's one of those things where it's like, I think,
You don't have to condense.
um,
Adele, come down here.
what?
No,
Come down
we're
here,
good,
replace me.
we're good. Keep going. She's
No, we're fine. I
she's
can
in a
do it
comfortable
here.
position.
It's fine. It's fine. I'll stay up here. I'm comfy. No, I think it's one of those things where it leads to a broader conversation about, kind of gender roles and gender politics, particularly in Japanese culture. And so I don't think necessarily that you can like put that into 5 minutes that we try to do, because it is great. But I think for anyone playing it like that, identifies as female or like whatever, that you get so much out of it, because it's such an interesting story that, there's so many layers to it, and there's so much like that it says about the roles that women have in society. And even though it's set in the 1960s, there is still so much that it says about today. And I think that's the most powerful bit about it, is that it's like where we're at, where we're now, and this horror setting as well. It's just, it's amazingly told.
Obviously, that came across to you and it resonated with you. Do you think the game does a good job of showing those themes to a broader audience outside?
Would Gus get it?
That's. But I was going to say,
Was it made for the white
Will
man?
it teach Gus?
Do you think like that? There's stuff to be.
Can he learn?
Let me try and carry this through. Do you think to a broader audience as well, they do a good job of carrying those themes through, or specifically, do you think it really hones into something that hasn't been touched on in games very well in the past?
I think I'd like to hear like kind of Ruby and Gem's thoughts on it too. I think it's very like, the story is always Silent Hill. So ultimately it's like you do have to go a little bit digging for it, because it's not at the forefront. It's obviously like a female protagonist and whatnot, and kind of what she's going through, but it's not explicitly stated.
Okay.
So I think it's like ultimately you are kind of like playing this story about her and her experience and what all the stuff that's going on with her. But the subtext is the thing that I think when you get into it, you're like, that's the thing that is so compelling.
But the subtext, I don't think, is deeply buried. Like it's
okay.
not buried to a point where you're like, oh, I wouldn't have seen this. I think the only reason you wouldn't vibe with it is if you're one of those cunts going in like, more like Silent Hill woke. Like
Chef for male.
Japanese schoolgirls, I'll play this.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Silent Hill and Tifa. It's very this like Lego Rec makes good. The
it's the
subtext
text.
is text.
The
Like,
subtext is text.
Yeah, okay,
So,
cool.
like, which is, I mean, that's what Handmaid's Tale is. It's very present. That's the conversation. So this is like, a little bit subtext, but very clearly the core message.
I'm so glad it's in there as well,
That was my
because
question, obviously.
I didn't know much about this game today, but even when the first branding came out for it being announced, a little part of me saw the like protagonist and the setting and and thought, oh no, have they gone really pulpy with this? Have they made it a real kind of like, I'm so glad it is not that, and that there is a lot more to say, and that time period is such a larger part of it than just like schlocky, in the same way that you could have cheerleaders in a slasher film, you've got schoolgirls in that one. I'm glad it's not that super shallowness to it, and I'm genuinely waiting to sit down and play all this.
It's no Lollipop Chainsaw.
I was going to go, it's American made.
Totally,
I think the best thing about it, and it's kind of like to encapsulate all of that, is like it is a horror game in which the horror is not just what you see, it's what you don't see, and it is the implications of living in that world.
Yeah.
And it's you're taking parts from psychological horror, you're taking parts from visual horror.
But still some pretty freaky fucking jump scares. Because
There were a couple
love
times-
eerie, unsettling stays with me, but then I've seen it, I'm like, oh man, that thing gets thrown around a corner.
I
I'm
sure
like,
do love going into a room that's got blood in it, and then hearing, and then looking, and there's a door open, and then I go through the door and nothing is there, and then I turn around to go back to the other room, and then that's where the creepy, scary monster.
My favorite bit.
Smart horror is good horror too. Yeah.
My favorite bit is that you don't even actually. There's nothing actually happens to you in this part at all. It's in the school. Have you been to the school yet?
No.
There's a bit coming up to the school. This isn't a spoiler. And you're just walking, and you have this moment of, wait, what the? And you put the camera up, and there is someone up there that does nothing to you, and then you walk away.
That's even worse.
And then they're not there anymore, and you're like, where the? And you'll see them 20 minutes later, but you get to sit in that uncomfortableness for a prolonged period of time.
Like that room you go into where the one of the flesh mannequin creature ladies is just lying on a bed.
Is that what that
and so you
I've been looking for that.
Shut your mouth.
Let's
Shut your mouth. But really quick, I'm not done.
telling us the
game.
Cool, keep
No,
explaining it.
but
Wait until Silent Hill M, okay? Then you can have your moment.
exactly.
get it now.
Like you go up to it and it does nothing to you.
Yeah, even worse.
Like it is the exact same enemy that you've been fighting droves of, and you go up to it in this bed and it does nothing to you. But the moment you do something else and then you come back to this room, it is not there anymore. That is terrifying.
Fuck that.
Whether the last thing that we should, I do love that. Maybe I'm drawing a parallel here, but like I do love the Japanese development team in the same way if you like your Dark Souls or something. It's it's burying some of that lore and like the way I can see just you wanting to scrape back at those layers. It is such a wonderful experience playing a game where you know there's more there and you play and it's great when the game itself at surface level is fun or is engaging, but then you're like, I need to know more. There's and you're purposely holding stuff back from me and not in a way that feels cheap, in a way that feels like I will earn this story. I will earn this.
I am 3 pages into what's going to be about an 8 or 9 page deep dive. So keep an eye out for that.
Cool.
G of D on YouTube? GFD?
GFD on YouTube, yeah, that's me.
GFD on YouTube, and that was Silent Hill F. And Gus, close us out.
I will. I'll round us out quickly with what I've been playing. It was what I was playing on the weekend because it is no longer available until 2 weeks when it comes out. But I played the Ark Raiders Server Slam, which ran over the weekend. I played with Avexia and Coastal City. Thank you so much, the two of them, for playing with me in our little squad of 3. But yeah, this ran over the weekend. It's an extraction shooter from Embark Studios, who did the shooter called the Fall? No.
Sorry, I can't help you.
The finals.
Okay.
They did the finals, but they've been working on this for about 6 years apparently, and it really shows. It is a game set in a dystopian future. Humans have been forced underground by the machines that have taken over. In this case, they're called the Ark. And then, obviously, it's your job. You go to the surface. You run around with up to 2 other squad mates. You recover materials and resources, and then you try to successfully extract back below underground, where you will then store, build, and upgrade all your gear to do future runs. That formula, the extraction shooter, I think is like, it's sort of solidified itself now as a very popular genre these days. And there's probably not a lot that Ark is doing differently with its take, but it is the polish and it is the vibe in this game. It's taken everything that those games have learned and has really refined it into what I'm going to say is probably going to be a very popular game. The server tests and the preview sessions have all been kicked up a whole bunch of noise, and everyone's really, really loving this vibe. I think it's going to be probably the top of the extraction shooters. Well, it's going to sit under Tarkov because Tarkov's just been around for too long, but I think it's got legs. It's probably hard to sort of not start with the aesthetic of this game, which is what I really love. It's got a very strong identity with this sort of retro futuristic design. And I think the reason I love it is there's a really strong influence from Simon Stellenhag, who's the Scandinavian artist who did those beautiful landscapes that are sort of Scandinavian landscapes littered with sort of robotic skeletons. And
his
alien
art is where
crafts.
that bad movie
So,
came from.
Tales from the Loop was the series, and then Electric State, unfortunately, were two pieces of.
Unfortunately.
Well, it's a shocker.
Great
but
art, bad
they're-
movie.
Yeah,
okay.
two pieces of media that were influenced and referenced his artwork in particular.
Right.
But he does those sort of barren Scando landscapes with just like a cool skeletal sort of statuesque of an overgrown robot or an alien craft, and like in that really cool art style. That's what is in this, and it's what they kind of use as their palette. And it's cool. The single map that we played on in here, as the only one available at the time, has these like sort of eerie, beautiful remnants of a war between robots and humans. Obviously, the robots won, but it's all littered around the landscape, and it does a really good job of setting the mood and making you feel very outnumbered and very weak as a little puny, fleshy human up on the surface, where everything else patrolling is just going to kick your ass. And it sets the mood that makes you scavenge, you hunker down, you creep, you don't run around boldly. You do, in those moments of reaching the surface, you feel very vulnerable very quickly. And you should be cautious because the Ark really kick your butt. They are really like quite terrifying. These little roly guys are the smallest of the enemies, but you've got you've got drones that fly around, hover around. You've got large-legged sort of spider drones that walk around called leapers, and some really huge creatures as well, which are like, that's endgame stuff. We need a whole squad for that. But
How much is the whole squad?
so there's three. It's three of you in total.
Oh,
but
cool.
you can. I'll get to a point. You can try and buddy up with other squads.
Oh,
You can
cool.
try. So
How
yeah,
successful you are.
it's a beautiful game in the sense that I think we're all quite sick of that sort of drab, grey kind of wasteland vibes that games like Tarkov and stuff have. There's a weather system here that can lead to some stunning, beautiful in-engine sunsets, all that kind of stuff.
I love
Cool.
gunmetal grey and
it
tetanus
is-
shots.
it
No,
is
because I was
pretty.
about to say like a lot of what I'm seeing is like the outfits are quite colorful, but
Yeah.
it's still kind of
It's
looking
It
still
has
the same.
flashes of color and design
Cool,
and
good
beauty
to
in
know.
it, but yes, it is still a dirty, grimy future. That aforementioned AI kind of robot-y, that thing that you saw up there. Apparently, they used machine learning for all the AI in the game, which gives it a really kind of eerie. Whether or not how much of it is actually in the game, it feels quite eerie. So, for example, the drones have 4 propellers, and you shoot one out, you can see it kind of compensate and hover, and kind of it lands on the ground. It will try to sort of steady itself and right itself and hover back over to you. The creatures with multiple legs, when you shoot one off, it really wigs out, but in a way that looks unnatural and tries to kind of, it flip around. Apparently, that's something that they spent a long time retraining the AI to do.
Oh, it's
and
the only
it'll-
good AI you can have in games.
well, it's one of those things that they sort of set and forget it and saw where it could go. And so the way it navigates the terrain and it moves around feels janky. It looks janky, but
Yeah.
feels creepy.
It's a cool idea
Yeah.
as well because it's so
Yeah.
appropriate for this world, which is
Totally.
AI has killed humanity.
It's thematically correct
It's
for
the thing
what
it's
you're
gonna do
doing.
now.
So it's not
and
just
look
like
how much it perseveres.
And it
That's it.
learns
That's
from actions.
terrifying.
versus like the Euphoria engine back in the day of seeing wobbly humans just try and grab something as they fall over. That was a sort of like a funny thing to look at. Whereas here, it feels really off-putting when you see something with 3 legs kind of keep flipping itself over towards you because it just wants to kill you. It's a cool use of it. And whether or not it's learning as the game continues, I don't know, but we found it quite unsettling.
Yeah.
The other feature obviously is the PvP. It's the other squads that are up there every time. So again, like your Tarkovs or even your DayZs, a lot of it is about hearing and seeing other groups doing the same thing as you are.
Yeah, are you cool? Are you cool?
Friendly, that's what you call out.
Why would you want to hurt other people?
Well,
when
you'll
all the
find out because
robots
they
are
have the
against
gear.
you?
They've got the stuff, and they're hungry for resources.
That's crazy.
They are desperate to extract as well. That's something that a lot of extraction
So the
shooters.
robots are also turning people against each other.
Of
as
course.
well.
We're
And
out
the
here trying
way-
to make friends. and-
Something
That's why I'm
been-
so good at Fortnite Delulu mode.
Well, something that's been established in extraction shooters is a limited exit point that's timed that turn off one by one. So there might be, I think, only four exits. And over the course of the 25 minutes to half an hour, that exit closes in 10 minutes. That exit closes in 20 minutes. That exit closes. So that's the last one open. So it naturally funnels everyone to a choke point. So if you've stayed longer and you've found better gear, you're going to run into high-level players as you get to that final choke point. It's great. It's in a lot of other games.
I would simply hide in a bush.
Well, you can here, and that works as well.
I die.
I'm
I
done
shoot
now.
myself.
I just die.
If you don't extract, you lose everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's the goal. It's you want to take everything down with you. But again, that's a good reason to try and call people out and be friends with them, that sort of stuff. We got fortunate enough. I've got a quick clip to show, which shows a little bit of how trying to buddy up with people doesn't work, and then how it does, because the servers closed on the Monday night where we streamed this, and people watching know that we got into the last server before it closed, and so obviously we decided not to extract. There was no point, and the way the timer runs out at the very end of it is a huge comet comes down and smashes into the planet. That happens every round if you don't extract, and so we actually found the last group and said, hey, we're going to go to the tallest point and watch this together. So Josh, if you wouldn't mind playing the clip.
The big comet is the ending point, because I was not expecting this game. I was expecting dinosaurs to be around.
Yeah, right?
Wrong arm.
I think it's a rocket. It's a rocket shot like by a silo. It's a nuke going off. But Josh, if you'd be so kind.
There's definitely a second guy, but if you want to run in and pretend that you're
Okay.
friendly,
I'll go.
I
You
can
guys stay
shoot
hidden.
them in the back of the head.
You go. Hello. Hello, friendly. Oh, no friendly. No friendly.
Not friendly, not friendly.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
Could have said that before you shot me. Oh, friendly. Last server, dude. Friendly. Yeah, friendly. Last server, man. These are about to get turned off. Let's. Howdy. Oh, awesome. Oh my God, where did you get that from? Liam, what are you grabbing? Does anyone know any other songs?
Now Wonderwall.
They gave us flutes, so we all played flutes and danced on the top of the last spot. What's happening? Whoa!
Oh. That's such a...
So we found a totally high-spec crew that were with us on the last server, and they yelled friendly back. And again, it's that little vibe of going, hey, everything's fine, we're all good, we're all buddies here. And yeah, not since DayZ have I really run into versions of that happening.
Oh, it's just like the Delulu mode in Fortnite. It only happens on the weekends, and you go in solo, and then you have to make a squad of strangers using
so fun.
like voice chat. And the amount of times I would run up to people like, I'm nice. Don't shoot. And it worked most of the
Everyone
time.
who watched the stream knows that's not how it always went. And yeah, like that clip in the intro that you saw, that was me backstabbing someone that got drawn out by Coastal and Avexia. So sorry for that. I should finish, this was the server test, so there's still a lot of features that weren't explored in it. It was basically a beta. Most of those features that I didn't get a chance to play with are all to do with the hub, the main menu when you go back from the surface underground. That's all handled via menus. It's kind of like these cool dynamic menus that have characters that are traders. I really like that instead of running around a hub zone and like having to find merchants and that kind of vibe. I thought it was handled really well. It's really clean. It's really well done. But it's an extraction shooter, so there is a crap ton of stuff that you're picking up that you don't know what it does, how to use it, what its value, its rarity, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
That is just a given with these games. You have to learn that over time. So it is one of those things that jumping into it at the beginning, if you're not with other people, it does feel very overwhelming. You look at a whole bunch of junk and go like, what do I do with any of this?
Right.
The second it starts turning into gear that you can turn into weapons that you take up with you and you get a good run, that's when the hooks are in. You go like, I see this loop, I want to do this more. And again, that just happens with extraction shooters. Here, it is probably, I would say, more accessible than Tarkov. It's better handled than that.
I'm definitely not the crowd this is for. Like, I'm a chronic single-player story girly.
Yep.
Extraction shooters have never been my game. I'm not particularly good at working with other people, but I'm deeply trusting of everyone, which is always why I get shot first.
Look, I think you'll be surprised.
Do you think this is a game that is trying to make that more accessible, or is it just like this is people that we already know you're gonna love this? Get in.
No, I think to your point, I think this is a better entry point than Tarkov. I played a lot of DMZ on COD, which was an extraction thing, but that's gone the way of the dodo now. They shut that down. And so I think this will be a really accessible and very appealing version of an extraction shooter that I found the gameplay itself is super tight. Like the shooting, the movement, the third-person camera, everything was really good. Everyone I was playing it with, particularly Avexia and Coastal, were like, we were complimenting the game as we played it. We're like, the movement, the weightiness, the inertia, it all feels really polished. And so it doesn't feel exploitable in the way that people have been playing these games could get really twitchy and sweaty at. Like, it still feels like, again, like a Goldilocks level of like, this has enough appeal both in the aesthetic and also in your first extraction shooter that I think it'll actually do really well commercially. That's just my guess on it, and I think the way the hype's been worked up for it and the way people are liking I think it's a good mix. It's not a zombie game, it's not just distinctly enemy soldiers and humans. I think it's a good setting of this. Well, it's kill AI, and everyone's like, well, not kill AI, but it's like kill the robots.
Kill these AI.
And it feels like a great mix of genre and setting. And so I do genuinely look. Most people will want to kill you out there. So when you break through and you get that moment of going, hey, everything's fine, we're friends, and you make a squad. Avexia made like a best bud on it who was like sharing all their gear, and they left. They exchanged usernames and were like, he briefed me on that while I jumped in. He said, "I just
stranger danger, everyone. Just be aware of stranger danger."
But
oh yeah, true.
Yeah, as I said, and Coastal backed me up on this. I was like, I would love to lure someone out, and that's what happened. Some guy came over. They said friendly. He hadn't seen me. I crept around the hilltop. I saw them talking. He had his back to me. I'm like, video game, back of the head.
Yeah.
Shot him. Great. Can't tell if you were bored by my story or shocked. You just both went like that. But yeah, it's those moments are memorable. They're unforgettable. They've happened since DayZ. I just think now they happen in a game that is super polished, super shiny. And I've been thinking about wanting to play this all week since they shut it down.
I'm kind of curious. I think a few people have mentioned there was an article that came out earlier today about. Having read it, I'm a little bit curious if that was a theoretical reference to the use of generative AI going into this game.
Yeah, I think
it seemed like it was an I'm hoping it stays theoretical.
The conversation was with one of the lead developers that they were talking about the machine learning for the AI, which I think we've discussed is something that's being used as a tool.
Different than
they
generative.
have said it's used as a tool to shorthand the amount of work you would have to put in it because they run them through millions of times to get better at walking over a rock. And so in that way, it's both fascinating and it's shrinking the development time.
It's the same sort of AI that the aliens have in Aliens.
Well, it's kind of the AI that they're using for the dog robots in real life to do backflips and stuff. Like it's something that is probably impossible that a human couldn't do. The conversation got onto a little bit of design to do with one of the weapons, and I think that developer said, sure, there's a world in which we plug in the input from people's input on YouTube
videos
and
stuff.
we help design a weapon using AI's input on that. It wasn't a decision. It's nothing they're putting in the game. I think they're just saying they were open to it. I don't think that's great, but they're not saying they have made that decision or that they're going ahead with any more AI designer stuff. They were just saying we're open to embracing it. And I guess if this is their first example of it in the game, that shows a better moral compass than a lot of people out there who are exploiting it to just completely ditch their workforce. I think they've said they're a limited sized team and they've done a lot more than they could because of it. I watched a little behind the scenes with the dev team and they all looked wonderful. Like they all went like there's like a 70-year-old man in a mine shaft firing weapons with a microphone to get the cool echo-ness of the world.
Thankfully he was already deaf. So they just send him down there.
They all went on massive hikes around the globe to get all the reference imagery and all that kind of research. I don't know. I can't speak for the team. I think this was just a discussion topic that came up. Who knows? I can't say one way or the other, but the AI that we've referenced in it, I think, has been done in a clever, interesting way. It hasn't just shorthand some design or something like that, which we saw in things like Marathon and those other bad stories. That
was stolen art, not...
Sorry, that was stolen art, wasn't it? But I think it had been pushed through some AI image at re-output. Or maybe not. Anyway. So, either way, it comes out in 2 weeks. I will be playing it. I'd love to hit up the rest of the Backpocketeers if anyone's keen, because I know a whole bunch of them were happily playing it along, and it was good.
What was, I'm curious.
Comes out in 2 weeks. It costs $60. It's on PC and console. It's crossplay, and
Great. And what was the cock and balls stuff?
Yeah, what was that about? I wanted
was
to
the
talk
cock
There's
and
no
balls?
balls. You put balls in.
But
in
where was
the-
the
Put the
cock?
balls in.
So
Oh, it was
when you go
nuts,
back
right?
when you go back to the main menu, you've got your workbench area, and you slowly buy more workbenches to do things, and you also have a rooster there for some reason. And your rooster is one of those things that just gives you basic mats every so often. So it's like
Right.
it's the way of the game going. If you haven't been playing, here are some basic materials. The rooster has scavenged them in between rounds. So you click on your cock. And you inspect your cock, and your cock has found material for you. So always check your cock in between rounds because there's stuff to farm.
There's something in your cock.
There's something in your cock every
get it.
round when you click on it. Now the balls, that was just you, Ruby.
Ad break?
Yeah. Anywho, thank you so much. So you've been playing Arc Raiders.
Yep,
And
with
you're
my cock.
looking to play even more.
Yeah.
With your cock. And you've been playing Silent Hill F.
It's so good.
Over and over and over again.
Good.
You've been playing. Well, you played Keeper. And is it a Keeper?
No.
He's done with it.
Oh.
Deleted already.
On to the next one. And I have been playing Bye Sweet Carole, but it's not bye just yet. Just see you very soon as we take a little break.
We probably look pretty silly right now, but it's serious business when it comes to video game classifications, which is why the Ratings Index for Technological Hedonists exists to protect us.
Games classified G are for gamers. They have cute and colourful art and can be enjoyed by the whole family.
The PG classification is reserved for the Pokemon games. This includes the main series, Stadium, Snap, and the banner ads on porn sites where you can click to have sex with Misty, rail Ash's ass, and get Brock's rocks off.
He must have been a very good boy this year.
M and MA15 Plus are for the mature gamer. These categories are for gamers of a mature age, typically above 35. These people are time poor and they're jaded. They'll fall asleep with a controller in their hand and then wake up with a sore neck and drool on their shirt at about 3 in the morning.
Ooh, baby. Video games with the R rating are reserved for games enjoyed by the team here at Riv. Final Fantasy VII, Crisis Core, the Uncharted series, and Worms Armageddon are just some of the salacious games we enjoy when we're not watching Liverpool squeeze one into a goal that's tighter than the Bayswater Bridge.
Oi!
So choose the right game for the gamer in your life.
Ow! Oh, my ass!
Game classification ratings help keep you in the game. Head to rith.fyi for more information.
And now a word from our sponsor.
I'm making those ones.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. We had an ad break there, and in that, hi.
Sorry.
No, you keep chatting. You have a drink. Enjoy your glass of piss.
Cup of piss.
Yes.
Don't worry, everyone. It's
Something's deeply wrong with me if this is what piss looks like.
and that you're drinking it. I think it's probably the bigger problem.
I'm from Newcastle. This is a
Oh,
normal day.
shots fired for Newcastle. In that ad break, we saw a new word from Mind of Jack. Thank you so much. Assuming
What of you?
You were where were you flying, Mind of Jack? If you'd like to let us know. Couldn't tell from what was out that
From
window.
Tassie to somewhere.
To Melbourne?
Melbourne, I would assume.
I'm assuming that was it. Thank you for sending in a new word from sponsors. Make sure you guys do the same, and we'll play it in the episode. We also saw in there the ad for Rith. The ad for Rith parodying that classic old VHS ratings video that if you recognize it, you're not old. If you recognize the older one, then you're old. Then you're very old. But thank you to
Sorry
Rith
to
for
break it to
sponsoring the
you.
show. And we also saw the PC Case Gear little slide in there. If you want to go and grab anything from the PC Case Gear website, use that little QR code down there. We get a little bit on the side to say thank you for they power our show. You can power us by powering yourself with PC Case Gear. It's not our motto, but it's a good one.
They don't power the show either.
They power.
They power some
They power some of the machines.
We've bought some stuff from PC Case.
We've bought plenty of stuff from PC Case. We would recommend them, but if you're going to, use the QR code, guys. All right, we're going to move things on with a segment we've only run once before, but it's such a good segment, mainly just for the theme song, I would say. We're going to hear that right now. It's Truth News Seek. You want to feel old? Recognize this.
This used to be
Are you 40?
This used to be one of my favorite shows.
It's a great show. It's a very good
Run
show.
for a very long time.
Yeah.
Good news. Seek.
I said it once, and Gus was like, "Oh my god, you're not allowed to say it.
Parody.
Oh, you can't say the name."
That's the joke. Truth News Seek is a great game, and it's brought to us by a great Patreon. That is, of course, the one, the only BMAC.
I opened my mouth at just the right time.
Nice.
Thank you, BMAC, for sponsoring this segment. When we do, we check out a review that BMAC has written up on tldrmoviereviews.com. That's the website that does great reviews of movies and media, but also does a little TLDR at the top. So if you're short for time and you go, I just need to get a quick summary of this movie, I'll read this TLDR. I'm going to read that to you guys. You have to tell me what you think the movie is. Simples. Here it is, an exploration of a film that effortlessly blends music, visuals, story, and passion into something that is greater in almost every way.
La La Land.
I was going to say La La Land.
An exploration of a film that effortless... Is this, like, grammatically correct? I'm going to click on it again while you guys
go on,
ponder.
rip that one apart real quick.
An exploration of a film that effortless blends music, visuals, story, and passion into something that is greater in almost every way. Might have called out one of the ones with
K-pop Demon Hunters? Please be K-pop Demon Hunters. That'd be so great. I would say La La Land.
It is not La La Land.
Can you say it again?
An exploration of a film that effortless blends music, visuals,
Just add the lead.
story,
It's not hard.
and passion into something that is
For
greater
Gus.
in almost
For
every
Gus.
way.
Impossible.
Yeah.
Think of a banging soundtrack and cool visuals.
Sinners?
Tron Ares.
No.
The other one.
The Muppet Musical.
No, but that fits it, and that is effortlessly blending it in.
Sure is.
Great soundtrack. A little more wob than a little more rock.
What?
What do
You
you
say
define as
silly words. I'm
Wop?
allowed to try
Is
them.
it Interstellar 5555?
Peter was close.
Oh.
I got the wrong Tron.
You got the wrong Tron.
Oh, just Tron Legacy?
It was Tron Legacy. Correct. Rewatched it the other night.
I've never seen
It's
it.
fucking great.
Yeah.
Not only does it hold up, it gets better with age.
Was that Eastwood? Kid Eastwood?
No, but he does look a lot like him. He hasn't done anything since, though. Whatever the guy's name plays Sam, the main character. But it's Krasinski, the director, who went on and did Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah,
it was
cool.
his first film.
Really?
Tron
God,
Legacy.
I don't know
Yeah.
things.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. And go back and watch it with that context, and it's such a good film. It just has no humor in it. I watched the whole thing and was like, not one chuckle through the whole thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was like,
I
that's
inhaled my chuckles.
That was
Yeah.
probably on the contract from Daft Punk. They were
Yeah.
like, we'll only do the music if it's
I
never
was
funny.
close because Interstellar 5555 is the movie for Discovery.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh fuck yeah.
I'm kind of a smart guy.
Points to Ruby, everyone, and
Kind of
points
a
to
smart
BMAC.
guy.
Truth News Seek is a game where we are going to read out we're going to each read out three bizarre gaming facts. However, only one of those facts is the truth. The other two are completely made up by Adele, I assume. Well done,
I
Adele.
love
Well done,
when Adele
Adele.
lies.
Thanks,
Lying to us, Adele.
Tell more lies, Queen.
We must discuss as a group and agree which one we think is true.
Okay.
It's simple. But it has staying power, especially
Okay.
because we get to explore how many lies Adele can come up with.
And they're good lies, based
they're
on the
great
last time we
lies.
played it. So our subject, these headlines are all about the Game Boy.
Okay.
We have Game Boys are da bomb. We have The Mummy of Lost Production Time. And we have Press Start and 500 yen for a beverage. So starting with Game Boys are da bomb. This is our first article. During the Gulf War, a medic brought his Game Boy during his service in the Middle East. At one point, the barracks where he was stationed was bombed, leaving the Game Boy scorched, the motherboard exposed, and most of the buttons melted. Despite the damage, the Game Boy still worked when booted up and now exists in a museum.
Wow. This is touching on multiple things I don't know, like when time was.
What's a Gulf War?
And where was it?
What's a Game Boy?
I know what a Game Boy is. I
The
just
Gulf
don't
War
know
was
the rest.
in the Gulf, would you believe?
I don't know what that is.
The
Peter.
Mummy of Lost Production Time. The timing works out for the Gulf War and a Game Boy.
That's true.
Okay.
The Mummy of Lost Production Time. Brendan Fraser stated in an interview that he was semi-addicted to his Game Boy and had to get his assistant to confiscate it. He had a particular obsession with Dr. Mario and would play it during his downtime while shooting The Mummy. He said he became aware it was an issue when he held up production because he didn't want to stop a run he was on.
Been there.
Interesting.
And then press start and 500 yen for a beverage. Lead hardware engineer Satoru Okada got the idea for the Game Boy sound from a vending machine. Okada was buying a drink on the way to work when one of the coins going in made a particular sound that he described as pleasing. And felt it should be replicated when starting up the Game Boy.
That's become the Nintendo iconic coin noise and like the Nintendo branding sound. Damn it, they're all good. That's
all
the thing.
good.
I was waiting for the real stinker in there to be like, nah.
They're all
That feels
too
very
real.
closely aligned with the Billie Eilish story about like the traffic light thing and that being like incorporated into
Yeah.
her song. And I'm like,
I
is that too close?
I also swear there's a whole bunch of that era of like Movie Star has original NES in their trailer and can't stop playing, Mario Golf. But while they were making Die Hard 1 or something, and you're like, oh, they were entertained by such simple things back then.
Does the time period of that track?
That's what I was going to ask. The Mummy
Yeah.
and a Game Boy might be a bit of a push.
But that game specifically that you mentioned, Mario.
Dr. Mario.
But
Dr.
then
Mario.
also, I don't think handhelds evolved for a long time from, Game Gears and stuff, but Nintendo went from Game Boy 1 for a long time before Game Boy.
There was a light and then there
with
was
some
color.
color and stuff. And
Yeah.
I think by all accounts, he could have been on a color or a light playing Dr. Mario, which is timeless.
Is timeless. It absolutely is timeless.
That's all I had with that.
Yeah, which
it's
is
such a fucking
timeless.
great. Is timeless.
I know the answer.
Okay.
First one?
Yes.
It is the first one because I've seen that Game Boy.
See, I've seen a picture.
Okay.
I couldn't remember if it was a Game Boy or if it was a different
It was a
console.
Game Boy.
Okay, yeah, cool.
It was a
Yeah.
Game Boy. It is ruptured to shit.
Yeah.
Where did you see this?
Like.
Did you go to the museum?
Oh, I haven't, but I want to because
I thought you said I have it, like you have
I
the game.
have it. I stole
and
it.
I own it.
I was in the Louvre the other week.
I'm like, I'm pretty sure the first time I saw a picture of it was on fucking like Super Mario Broth, but like it's shown up on like
Don't explain.
all over Tumblr and Twitter
Yeah.
and stuff.
It does sound like one of those like those stories that gets repeated again and
Yeah.
again and again every time I get.
Which
yeah.
begs the question, are there half-truths in the other two? Because the coin in the vending machine is so wonderful because it name checks the developer and everything, and I'm like, I want that to be the truth.
Well, that's the thing. What gets me about it is like, oh, maybe there's a
There's
A
half-truth
is
in-
wrong. 'cause
Maybe it
there's
wasn't
a
the Gulf
half-truth.
War.
Yeah.
Maybe it was
There's
the
some,
other
like,
one.
funny.
But I know
I'm
that
gonna put my hand up for
war-torn
the
Game Boy
C
exists.
because I want it to be C more than anything.
Are we deciding together?
Yeah,
we have-
but
we'll come
I'm
to a
still going to be a
consensus.
rogue
Yeah.
and just.
I still,
Yeah.
I mean, you're pretty certain. I as soon as it came up, I was like, I'm almost certain that is real.
Yeah, right.
So there's two people who are like,
Here's my problem.
if
I
we're
trust
wrong,
you
that's gonna
implicitly,
be
and I'm
bad.
like, yep.
I love
Being
to
wrong.
admit when I'm wrong.
Again, like playing any looter shooter against people, I trust you implicitly and I believe you.
Friendly,
Yeah.
friendly.
I'm nice.
Please.
let's go with A.
Let's Ruby locking in A.
Let's look in A.
You got it.
Hey!
I've seen that shit.
Game Boys are the bomb.
Yeah.
bomb.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Do we
you
have
got
a picture of said girl?
There we
Oh,
go.
my God.
Yep.
Oh, that thing is fucked.
Yep.
I feel like I just saw it on Kotaku 10 years ago.
Right.
Wild.
Oh my word, that thing is like
It looks
proper
like it's
busted.
covered in marshmallow.
It does.
I want to take a bite.
I wanna
It
lick
looks
it.
like some third
It's
party.
working right now. It's playing Tetris. Yeah,
Wow.
It
That's
looks like some
insane.
third party We Are Robots style, like, hey, I made as a promo for this next game, I made
Yeah.
that Top Gun.
That's sick.
Meanwhile,
so cool.
if you drop your Switch once, Miyamoto comes to your house and
confiscates
punches
it.
you in the head and takes it away.
Yeah. It's like you can't have this
Yeah.
anymore.
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
just kneecaps you immediately.
Exactly. All right.
God damn.
We're gonna go to the next one.
How's
Yeah.
Tetris without anyone? You know what? Forget it.
Also, there was no half truths in those other two. They're all made up by Adele.
Liar.
Yeah.
Adele.
Liar.
Adele,
You're a beautiful liar.
You got a big, beautiful brain, baby.
You tell a lot of bullshit.
You
Good
got
job.
a big, beautiful brain. All right. Number 2, the subject is Mass Effect.
Oh, here we go. This is my entire
Yeah,
ego on the line.
hate to get this wrong.
Yeah,
though.
if I get this wrong, I'm cooked.
saying.
And the headlines are, I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite mall in Singapore. Shepard, we need to talk about the rocks and the secret villain of Mass Effect.
Oh, okay.
Now,
Interesting.
for the
Got an
first
idea already.
one, the Presidium in
Presidium.
the Presidium.
Sorry.
No,
No, it is
It's
correct.
good. It's
Good to
good. Presidium.
Presidium, yeah.
Thank you. The Presidium in the Citadel was
I thought it was something in
I've
Singapore.
become you. The Presidium. Yeah.
I've become you. Get it right?
The Presidium in the Citadel was inspired by a mall in Singapore. While lead level artist Mike Trottier was on holiday, he came across the Vivo City shopping center and loved its design, especially the way water features were incorporated into the architecture. He spent at least an hour taking photos to use for reference later in development.
Okay.
For Shepard, we need to talk about the rocks. A few years ago, players discovered that if you managed to scan all 150 planets in Mass Effect 2, Joker will question Shepard about it, asking if you're obsessed with rocks. A small rock will then later appear on the desk in Shepard's cabin, presumably put there by Joker. And finally, the secret villain of Mass Effect in Mass Effect 1 on the planet Onatrum?
How's it spelled?
Onatrum.
Onatrum, yeah.
Onatrum? There's a creature the player can encounter called Shifty Looking Cow, which has 4 legs and 2 arms and will follow Shepard to steal their money when the camera is turned away. It was entered into the game by the lead game designer when he saw the concept art and stated,
I fucking love Shifty Cow.
and stated, you can't trust any animal that can milk itself.
Okay, good. Here's the fun. Okay. The Shifty Cow, that is true. That is there.
Yeah.
But I'm questioning half truths because I didn't hear that quote before. But I do know Shifty Cow is there and it does steal your credits.
Shifty Cow is a cow that
That's gotta
follows
be
you
it then.
around?
Shifty Cow is not a cow, but Shifty Cow is a 4-legged animal with like little hands and like an anteater's face, and you're just kind of like it like move. It does move if you shoot them, but it'll like move around. And if you were to turn the camera away, you'll just see, and you'll have lost some money.
Just your
That's
credits,
so funny.
negative credits.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So
What
that
does
is
a cow need for credits?
That's
Just
that
a little
feels, I mean, great research if correct, but like that feels
Wait.
like the most made up thing I've ever heard compared to those other two are wonderful. The second one
Which is
sounds
why it's so because Adele
Yeah.
is so good at lying. The one
Yeah.
that is the stupidest must be
this
real.
game slowly devolves into a let's break into the like mindset of Adele writing
Yeah, yeah,
lies,
yeah,
which
yeah.
is brilliant. The second one feels to me like the dumb video game thing that is so pointless but is so worth putting in the
It
game.
feels more Mass Effect because it feels earnest and sweet.
Yes.
Like it's like, oh, we've asked you to do this silly task, but then there's a character interaction and a
character-
reward
I have
for it.
scanned every single planet in
There
Mass
it is.
Effect 2.
I never got a rock.
I never got a rock.
Okay.
Where's my rock?
You weren't expecting to
No.
come up against this, Adele, were you?
The only bit that I know that is related to scanning planets is in Mass Effect 3. No, I'm sorry, Mass Effect 2. If you go back to Earth, no, 3. If you go back to the Sol system, go back to Earth, and you scan Uranus, Edie's like, you serious? Like, really? We doing this? And that's funny. So it's not that one. You do not get anything bonuses from scanning planets, except wasting your time.
And the more one for me would be the truth, knowing nothing about these, but I love that it's probably not because it's the vending machine all over again.
Because part of me is like, I don't recognize that designer name from the first one. I would believe it was based. I would believe Singapore architecture, but I don't recognize the designer's
Mike
name.
Trottier.
Because
Yeah.
because Singapore
But I could be wrong.
famously like futuristic design of all of their public spaces and a lot of greenery and stuff, which Mass Effect absolutely
And that first
feels inspired by those.
That first
those
area does feel
landscapes.
mall-esque, kind of the way it's all very vertical and balconies.
Which part of the Citadel is the Presidium?
The Presidium is the upper area, so it is like where the council are. It is
So that's
where
not really
the
the
bankers
courtyard.
are.
Because I was like the greenery areas. but it's
There
not
is
really?
greenery in it in
Yeah,
the
okay.
original Presidium before it gets blown to bits. Like it's a
Spoilers for
long
Mass Effect
stretch.
1.
Not spoilers, this is Delta.
Sorry, it's a long stretch. Like it's a very beautiful, very white, pristine, like heavily polished. I'm wondering if there's some half truth happening here because now I'm doubting Shifty Cow stealing the credit part of it because I know they do. At some point they do take something, but was it credits?
You gotta lock it in.
I know Shifty Cow is definitely there.
Okay.
I think we have to go with that.
I
That's
think
like
we
the
gotta
most
go.
solid.
See
Again,
Cow.
we want it to
Yeah.
be true. We want to see Shifty Cow.
Shifty Cow I know is definitely there. I cannot confirm the designer's name or the Singaporean
I will
influence.
not confirm or deny.
I will not confirm or deny.
C
I
for
want to
cow.
say C, and if I get this wrong, I have to leave
fucking
immediately.
C.
C for
Let's
cow.
fucking
Shifty Cow, please.
C for cow.
You locking it in?
Yep.
Yes.
I got one thing to say. It's Shifty Cow.
Massively erect. Good stuff. Bring it back.
That card got
Yeah.
replay. Well
Yeah.
done.
Beautiful.
Oh, we
love
don't have any
Shifty Cow.
footage of Shifty Cow?
Oh, you better believe we do.
Oh, you
yes,
better
we do.
believe
Let
we
me
got
see my
Shifty Cow.
On a drum.
baby. Oh man, surveying minerals. Don't miss this part.
Oh yeah, I
okay.
remember this game. Oh my lord.
Okay. Where's the Shifty Cow?
Oh, you'll see him. There he is. There's Shifty Cow.
What the? Oh.
So yeah, don't look
Oh,
at him. Don't look
Garrus.
at him. And there he
Oh.
is.
If you look away. Oh, is that Shifty Cow?
They're all Shifty Cows.
There's. Right.
Look at his stupid little
Oh my
hands.
God.
Shifty looking
Shifty
cow.
Talk. Anyway.
Yeah,
Oh,
they steal your stuff.
Oh.
I think this is specifically in the PC. Oh, sorry, maybe the 360 version.
Does not look
funny.
bad.
That's so funny because it's got the
Because
little claws.
I'm pretty sure in the remaster they don't do that anymore.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, why would you take that away?
You can hit them with the Mako though, which is very funny.
I don't remember there ever being creatures on the planets when I drove around
Yep.
in one.
Half,
but yeah.
half the planets had
Okay.
something
Yeah.
on, right? Like a
Shifty
native.
Cow is the only creature that doesn't have a gun.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like
yeah.
a natural kind of thing.
And he
Yeah.
could.
He could.
With his little
He can
hands.
hold it.
He's got
He
Shifty,
can milk himself
man.
and shoot you.
hands for
Oh.
days. If you can steal a coin, you can shoot a gun.
I've got little arms, Greg. Can you milk me? Sorry,
Well,
please.
the thing, his arms are so little, so how could he reach?
It's like
T-Rex.
T-Rex. Yeah.
That's all,
longer
that's,
than
all,
T-Rex,
that's
though.
all he has to reach. That's why they're so small.
Speaking of reaching, never mind.
Go for it.
The subject is The Legend of Zelda.
But,
So our headlines are, I can do it with both hands.
oh,
Milking.
okay.
If all else fails, shout them to death. And Zelda's time to shine 27 years later. Okay. So our first one is, so I can do it with both hands. As the Wii version of The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess was going to be the first time Link would be wielding a sword in his right hand, game director E.G. Anoma decided that canonically, Link is ambidextrous, but chooses to primarily use his left hand. This was officially entered into the Hyrule Historia as part of Link's lore. Next one, if all else fails, shout them to death. There is a rabbit-like enemy in the original Legend of Zelda that can be defeated by shouting at it, but only in the Japanese versions of the game. The Famicom controllers had a small microphone in them, which would register loud noises as hits in-game. As the NES didn't have this feature, their weakness was changed to arrows in the US version. And last one, Zelda's time to shine,
specific.
27 years later. While The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom marks the first time Princess Zelda is a playable character in the mainline title, the idea originated from a scrap part of Ocarina of Time, in which players would switch to Zelda/Sheik during Gerudo's fortress to rescue Link after being captured. The idea was shelved as Eiji Aonuma thought it ruined the pace of the game. Sorry that I mispronounced your name twice.
Can I hear the second half of C, please?
You absolutely can.
In reverse.
I'll give you the whole thing. That's 2 sentences.
Sure.
While The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom marks the first time Princess Zelda is the playable character in a mainline title, the idea originated from a scrap part of Ocarina of Time, in which players would switch to Zelda/Sheik during Gerudo's fortress to rescue Link after being captured. The idea was shelved as Eiji Aonuma, again I mispronounced it, thought it ruined the pace of the game.
Am I
have
misremembering?
doubts about
But Ocarina, Sheik is the like mysterious figure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think Sheik.
I thought Sheik was Impa, but no.
No, Sheik is Zelda.
Sheik is
Yeah,
Zelda.
Sheik is, yeah.
Yeah, that was the thing that threw me
Disguised.
for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Sheik Zelda.
Impa.
Is when they're younger, they're
Impa
older.
taught
Yes.
Zelda her
How
wisdom.
to be a Sheik.
Yeah.
That's how she went Sheik mode.
Can anyone confirm
And that's why
the
they both shop at
Famicom-
Sheen.
Ugh.
That's the second one.
The
I'd
Famicom
love it to be
microphone
real,
thing.
like the fucking Nintendo bike from the last time we
Yeah.
played this. But that sounds like there's a
Yeah,
big
that
stretch
sounds like
in all
they
that.
have that kind of
Very
tech.
creative.
Boo-boo.
Very creative.
So creative. Yeah, I don't.
First one feels the most.
Oh no.
There was a big thing about it was right-handed to be to use the Wiimote, because then when they did the Switch version, it went back to being they mirrored it, or you could play mirrored mode. So there was a lot of the left-hand, right-handness
Yeah.
of how you control the sword in
Does
Skyward
Link hold
Sword.
sword with the left hand in Ocarina of Time?
Must do, I
Yes,
think.
yeah, he's
I'm
always
seeing it now.
left-handed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shield's always in the right.
Yeah.
Yeah, wild.
I think
Yeah.
if there's a half
Check it
truth
out.
there,
Yep.
I think the half truth would be that it was entered as canonical information. I don't think
I
that
don't think
would
there's
be.
been any
There's no half
I
truths.
don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think
It's
they're
like
random.
if an element of it is true,
It's
it's
all
the right
true.
one.
Yeah.
I think the first one is true, but I would love it to be the third one instead, because that just I love the idea if there's that like stuff that's
Also,
in
Zelda
prototypes.
fans are timeline psychos, so like when it
Yeah.
comes to lore like that, I think they'd
It just doesn't sound. That's the one that sounds the weakest to me because it's like
the hands.
no, the 27 years later.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm,
The
I'm
wording
like, that's-
specifically, playable character, not main character, playable character.
I don't think, yeah.
I
Has
guess
that ever been?
No, because it's not exactly a half truth, but I think it is based off a truth of there was a scrapped Tetra game after Wind Waker.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all
and,
right.
and you were to play as Zelda, who is Tetra,
Right.
in the Wind
No,
Waker
it ju-
universe.
it feels so like anecdotal because you could assume the same of like why Ocarina of Time. Why not any of the games that came before it? You know, there's like 3 Zelda games that came before that.
Yeah.
Where Zelda is a central character that you interact with.
Yeah, but I guess it was the first one they were pushing the envelope and experimenting and doing a lot more, not just third dimension, but like playing around. And that game bites off a lot more. And so is that something that was left on the cutting room floor, potentially? And again, I'm sure there would have been a heap of stuff.
I reckon it's that idea of having another playable character, Zelda or otherwise, is probably on the cutting room floor of all the Legend of Zelda games. It's like, oh, what if there was a
Yeah.
moment where this happened? It's like, that's just game development. It just feels such a broad idea.
Like, I'm thinking like Link's Awakening, there's no time where you do a little like push block puzzle with her or something. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm leaning towards A being the
I think
truth.
we all are?
Yeah. It's so-
That's what you're saying, right?
I'm saying C definitely. C feels like the least likely to me.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
And B, Wild,
Yeah.
Famicom controller, all that stuff, timeline.
I don't know
nothing
enough
checks
about
out.
the Famicom to
A
know if there was a
microphone
microphone
in the
or not.
Famicom?
That
Family
seems like
computer.
that seems like a lie to me.
Family blow on your family computer.
What
no.
computer had a microphone in it ever?
It's got to be.
But they did
No.
like laser guns and stuff.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
I'm
so
quietly
different,
hoping
right?
it's-
I feel like it's a whole other thing to go.
Yeah.
I
There's something
really
with privacy
hope it's
issues
B.
there, I feel.
Yeah.
If there's a microphone that is the potential for recording, that would have been a whole
They
thing.
didn't care back then.
Yeah.
I also feel
Let's-
like voice recognition, or at least sound recognition,
Yeah.
in games is only something that's really come around in the
No,
past.
but
like,
Pete's right. They took some wild
15
swings
years?
early on with some shit that was just like, why did you do that when you did not have the technology, like cameras and stuff before on Game Boy? Yeah, I just think they did some pretty wild stuff back then. I don't think they would have done that. Though.
Yeah, that feels unlikely.
Yeah.
Let's
A.
put in A and
A.
hope it's B.
A.
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 A, please,
Hey,
Josh.
locked in. You're wrong.
Oh,
shit.
It's C, isn't it?
It's B.
Oh,
Wow.
yes! It's the fucking mic all over again!
There's
Yeah,
no
I doubted so
way.
hard!
And I'm gonna need you to be quiet
Yes, please.
so we can listen to this.
Oh my god. Yell at it. What loading times?
Loading times back then.
It just saves space for screaming.
Anybody else gag?
That was the weakest.
That was a pathetic yell.
That was a gentle gust of breeze.
I was expecting him to go, fuck!
Yes,
Or at least a fa.
I love that that's true.
Wow.
God. You can just say anything.
Can you grab that card again?
Absolutely.
Can we just hear the whole... Oh,
Read
sorry,
B for us.
Yeah, if all else fails, shout them to death. There is a rabbit-like enemy in the original The Legend of Zelda that can be defeated by shouting at it, but only in the Japanese versions of the game. Famicom controllers had a small microphone in them, which would register loud noises as hits in the game. As the NES didn't have this feature, their weakness was changed to arrows in the US versions.
Wow.
Well, aren't we dum-dums?
That's amazing.
I feel like a big
That's
dumb
the
idiot.
second time a Nintendo peripheral. The last time we played this, there was a Super Nintendo exercise bike was a thing.
What?
That they made like
That's
4
so
games
awesome,
for.
though.
What?
Anytime a Nintendo product comes up now,
We
I'm
have
just going
to
to
go with
assume
it.
it's real.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well done.
It's the safest bet.
Number
Also,
4.
again, no half truths.
No
in the
half
other
truths.
ones.
Okay.
She
I'm
don't
so
do anything
sorry.
by halves
It's
here.
all Adele.
It's all full-ass lies.
The mistress of untruths. All right. Is this the last one?
Yeah, no, there's one more after that.
Okay, cool. Subject, Mortal Kombat.
Oh.
The headlines are, Mortal Kombat, smoking and drugs are bad, okay? Get over here and do the lines right. And fatality to Mortal Kombat's budget. Great headlines. Nice. Let's start with number 1. Mortal Kombat, smoking and drugs are bad, okay? Among the many reasons Mortal Kombat has had difficulty getting past censorship boards, a lesser-known issue came with the name of one character, Smoke. Censors in Europe were concerned the character's name promoted tobacco use, and the team briefly considered changing his name to Mist in
Not
the
the
EU
spinal
version
removals.
of the game. Get over here and do the lines right. Scorpion's iconic "Get over here" line was recorded by series creator Ed Boon, but was born of a recording session gone wrong. Ed wasn't happy with the way the lines were being read by the voice actor they'd hired, with Ed storming into the booth and demonstrating how he wanted them done. They decided the version Ed did in his demonstration would be the one used in Mortal Kombat. Finally, fatality to Mortal Kombat's budget. The first Mortal Kombat originally started out as a fighting game that would star Jean-Claude Van Damme. The game was designed with a digitized photorealistic look and modeled JVD after his character from Bloodsport. Unfortunately, it became too expensive to use his likeness, so his model was slightly redesigned and renamed Johnny Cage.
Man, B feels like one of those
I
things that
want
like
C to
fun
be
fact
true.
lists kind of come up with, and I want it to be true because that's funny.
I have
But it feels
I
weird.
think I know which one it is.
Same.
And it's C.
I'm going A.
Oh, really?
Oh,
damn.
Yeah.
We have to go B now on principle.
Really?
Smoke.
I really feel like there was something about Jean-Claude Van Damme famously then played Guile in the Street Fighter film, which then had a live-action shitty photo cutout game of it made. So maybe that's where it's blurring the lines. And now that I think about it, Johnny Cage was modeled off someone famous, but maybe it was Arnie, or maybe it was like
My only reason for that is like that character is, I mean, and maybe it's like just in hindsight, but an amalgamation of that 80s star. And obviously there's a lot of Jean-Claude Van Damme in there, but I wouldn't have imagined there was ever any budget to get Jean-Claude Van Damme's likeness. It just seems like that
he'd
conversation
only done
never would have
Bloodsport,
happened.
Peter.
That's like,
He's
why
early
would-
out.
Okay, so then why was he expensive then? Like,
I just find
Yeah,
A.
okay, I see your point.
a
Yes,
bit-
no, I get that.
Yeah.
What do you
I
reckon?
find A a bit
The smoke one.
the smoke. I just don't think Europe would give that much of a damn about
They love
tobacco
smoking.
usage and not the spinal removals that were happening.
They'd be like, call him
They
Oh,
do
see,
love
you
smoking.
say that, but like, I mean, our classification
Yeah.
laws here are crazy.
well,
Here,
what's
yeah,
it
but
say
in
the back of
Europe?
A? Is like Europe broadly?
Censors in Europe were concerned the character's name promoted tobacco use, and the team briefly considered changing his name to
Censors in
Mist
Europe.
in the EU version of the game. Obviously, they didn't. They kept him in there.
Yeah, that's why Animal Crossing's banned, because there's one little bear called Cigarette.
I love him.
No, I love
Yeah,
hard.
he's
I
my
love hard
favorite.
drugs. That's my favorite
Yeah.
one.
Here comes heroin.
My little cat, Meth.
Last name.
Do you have a opinion swaying one way or the other,
Oh
Ruby,
God,
on any of these?
it's I didn't realize MK until I've read it, and very good, very funny.
It's easy.
Oh God,
Do you think A?
Well, I also think about B that Ed Boon would have done the line anyway. They're making like we're talking about the 90s.
Yeah.
They're making games for next to nothing.
yeah,
And-
so many
and
of
the-
those voice lines were done
all
by
those voice lines
developers.
from those
Yeah.
they were just done by the like
Yeah.
even up to the
But is that a
noughties
fun
with
story
Halo.
you create to add some like pizzazz behind
It totally
it.
could be a story that Ed Boon has told that is not real.
I thought he'd go in there and be so angry at the voice artist. He was like, "Get over here!"
That's
and they
what
were
I
like,
thought.
"Oh, that was it."
We
But,
found the character.
but him doing the line,
Wow. He was in the room all of a sudden.
Oh my god, I saw him in front
That's
of me.
Scorpion. That's the Scorpion I know.
Also, he's a serious creator. He would have been like, people would have been sucking up to him, and he would have been like, I guess if I do the best version, like, you know what I mean? It's a bit of ego back then.
Guys, stop it.
That's really good.
He's really good.
Oh, stop it.
Oh,
Get over
God, it
here.
was Camp Rock.
B then.
You think B?
Well, I've been convinced.
Okay.
I feel like I'm locking in even more to C, so that I really think it's C.
I don't think.
B, C.
I don't think it's A.
No,
that sounds weird.
A, B, C.
A, B, C.
I believe B more than I believe any other one.
Okay.
Two B's, an A, and a C.
A, B, B, C.
Yeah.
So the B's get it.
The B's have it.
The B's have it.
Can we give it to the B's, please?
Josh, let's lock in B.
He's going to be insufferable.
No.
It's C.
Let's see JVC in the footage. Oh, Bloodsport himself.
Oh,
There's
pointy.
nothing like-
JVCD, I should say. Right in the gazungas.
Yeah, nice.
God, I want to punch one right in the dick.
I just picture Jean-Claude Van Damme shaved head. It's hard to imagine him with hair.
I also just realized I don't know what Jean-Claude Van Damme looks like.
He's had hair 90% of his career.
I don't think I've ever
He's
seen
just
him
old
bald.
now. He's always been.
Am I thinking of the right man?
I think
I
you're thinking
just
of a
realized
different
I have
man.
no idea
You're
what he
thinking of
looks
Jason
like.
Statham.
No.
Sorry, you're thinking of Jason Statham.
No, I'm thinking of a guy.
Who's
and
I was
bald?
thinking of
fighting-
Sylvester Stallone, I think.
I don't think
fighting
unfortunately.
guy.
He's
Sylvester
still not
Stallone has
bald.
always had hair.
He's
They've
still
all
not
had hair.
bald. Like, even as an old man in films, he's still got a head of hair.
Where he did the thing between the trucks, he had hair.
Always had hair.
I don't know these things,
Who's the
Peter.
bald guy?
I'm thinking. I wouldn't call
Stone
it.
Cold Steve Austin?
I wouldn't
won't
call
have
him
points.
bald as much as I call him having
Moving
a
on.
shaved
Are you
head.
thinking of Bruce Willis?
No.
Number 5 is upside
Bruce
down.
Willis. And the category is Bruce
Sorry,
Willis
Adele.
films.
I can't do it upside down.
Sorry, Adele, well done again. Very, very good at convincing them all.
Okay,
Whereas
this
I
one
was
is
right.
this
I knew it
one's
right. Sorry,
about insanely expensive pre-order editions.
Ooh,
So
okay.
the kind of things you'd see on EB Games.
Oh, back in the day.
We've got Say Hello to My Life-Size Master Chief Armor. You'll be coughing up the money for this edition. And
these are all. The two of them
There's
have
all
to be
puns.
fake. So again, the puns and the wordplay
I love
here.
it.
good.
Adele, you're a bloody
Blah,
genius.
blah.
would you like parkour lessons and a zombie bunker with that?
Okay, that one I didn't like.
That
as much.
sucked.
Hey, I still love you, Adele.
Say hello to my life-size Master
Do it
Chief
in the
Armor.
accent. Don't.
What accent?
Say hello to my little friend.
Oh no.
Hello.
In the US. Hello.
Offended two cultures in one go.
In the US, the launch of Halo 3 saw Bungie create the John 117 edition. Limited to one customer, it was worth US dollars 75,000. That was such an awkward way to read that. That's how you write it, but it was an awkward way to read that. 75,000 US dollars, with the promise of an all-expenses trip to the Bungie head office and a custom-made Mjolnir armor created from military-grade materials would have been tailored to the person who purchased the edition.
The military use plastic sometimes, so that's what they.
That's true. You'll be coughing up the money for this edition for the release of Vampire in 2018.
Do that again.
Vampire.
Thanks.
You're so good at it, right?
So good at that.
A special edition was advertised that included a queen-size bed made to look like a coffin,
Hot.
complete with a mahogany bed frame and
never
red
say that
velvet
again.
sheets.
Oh.
Titled the Eternal Darkness Edition, it was worth £15,000
Got it right that time.
and only
British pounds.
that's pounds, but only available in Europe.
Euros.
But that's pounds.
Oh, that is pounds.
Yep. Would you like parkour lessons and a zombie bunker with that?
One more time.
Dying Light offered an ultra rare edition of the game, the My Apocalypse edition, that cost £250,000.
All of these are terrible. This is fucking wild that one of them's true.
Bonuses offered included being put into the game as a zombie, parkour lessons, and an actual custom-built zombie-proof outdoor shelter.
Oh, I really want that to be true because that's so fun.
Like, it's a fun marketing
That's it?
stunt.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh my god.
Okay, so we've got the $75,000 US Master Chief armor, £15,000 queen size bed for Vampire, and the £250,000 outdoor zombie shelter
Which one
and
out
being
of
in the game.
You're right. All of these are. Well, the first one is one per customer.
Oh no,
No.
one.
One
They only
edition.
had the one.
Yeah.
So these are all possible one-offs, as you're right. Marketing stunts, PR stunts. They do it.
Yeah.
The only one. Well, only the Halo one specifies it's for one person.
Yeah.
Sorry, yes, but then the third one is a 200. How much is it?
Quarter of a
$250,000.
million
So pounds, and it's
to build a zombie shelter.
Why?
Make me wider. Make this wider.
Don't.
That's the after hours show, Pete.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like the specificity
I can't
in
wait
the
to see
first
it.
one makes me believe that that is the real thing, but I also think that Dying Light would have been crazy enough to be like, oh, hey guys, you want to drop a quarter of a
I
mil?
love the idea of a coffin bed
Yeah.
with your game.
I think that one might be real.
But I and correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like Vampire wasn't vegan.
I was gonna say, I don't think it's
Was it?
popular enough to have warranted that or like.
Yeah.
So that
been
raises my
believable.
point about the first one, which is that that's for Halo 1, correct?
Halo 3.
Halo 3.
Yeah.
Oh, my mistake. Possibly,
Yes,
yeah. Could be
makes
that.
more
My
sense.
I
my
thought it was
my
one, I was
mindset
like-
of A is like it's the price is in between the two.
Mm-hmm.
It was Halo 3, so it was kind of
Huge.
big enough.
Yeah.
And Xbox always be kind of doing that crazy
Yes.
shit.
Also,
you
including
know?
a tour of the studio
Yeah.
is such a like. That's a very specific.
That's a gamer
Yeah.
fantasy come true.
Yeah, that's like a
also
Riot
like
kinda
two was fucking huge in a way that I feel like didn't catch them off guard, but definitely was the like, oh my god, games can be this blockbuster cult. So 3 leaning into that with 3 feels right. Vampire, as you say, that feels like a shitty publicity stunt, but it's a scramble.
Well, that's
for,
the thing. Like all these things, like it's not like it's costing them money to advertise this.
Yeah.
These are all marketing stunts. This is all
Yeah.
marketing.
It's all marketing.
So it doesn't cost them anything other than the marketing budget to come up with the idea and advertise. So like a £15,000 queen size bed, they're not building it until someone buys it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't actually cost them anything.
Just looks good slapped in magazine ads
It's a
and everything to go
cool
like,
thing
oh my god, they're
to
doing
get
that.
press because people are going to write
So
about it.
you're erring
I have
towards
no idea.
B.
They could all be real.
Sure, but which
Yeah.
one are you leaning towards?
None of them.
Okay, Peter, no help there.
Yeah.
C feels the most outlandish, which makes me think it's the real one because that's insane.
That's how this game's
Techland
gone.
had also already released Dead Island
Yep.
Yes.
before Dying Light.
Yes.
And so they did well out of that.
Dying Light was in that weird hangover period where they were like still teasing Dead Island 2 though, weren't they? Like they'd
Yes.
already released
Oh,
that
they-
one funky trailer.
The funky
not
trailer had
teasing,
come
it was
out.
just,
Yeah.
it was living in limbo. Of
Yeah.
This,
Yeah. So
And then they did the thing at the burger place.
What was that?
You remember the zombie burgers?
yeah.
Oh.
So they were doing
Big Daddies.
interesting like
$250,000
That doesn't cost them
Yeah,
$250,000.
it's just saying that.
It's just a bit.
Yeah.
No, they don't expect anyone to buy it, right? You don't have to make a bunker if no one buys it.
Yeah.
Oh,
And if
I
you make a
don't
bunker,
know.
it costs you £50,000 and you've made £200,000.
Adele, you've really
You're in the
tied
wrong
into
business.
the insanity of marketing that I truly cannot tell the difference between fake and reality right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's somebody that worked in the games
Hey,
industry.
She gets it.
I want to say the most expensive one
You
because I
reckon
think it's
C?
funny.
Yeah.
I reckon C, and also you make a good point there. It's that thing. It's like, oh, asterisk, not a real contest. Someone wins it. Someone bought it. It's all kind of done just on the cheap slash.
They're in Poland. There's a bunker
There's
somewhere
bunker
already.
We just we literally put Dying Light and got photos of someone in front of it. We finished that marketing.
Yeah.
C?
Yeah.
C?
I like C.
Yeah,
I
let's
like
do
C.
C.
Yeah, let's go. You know what? Let's unanimous front. Let's
My
go C.
heart is with A, but I will
Yeah,
say C.
I'm leaning more towards A, but I
think
want to
they
say
build a
C because I
warthog.
want that to be real.
Yeah.
I think Microsoft built
We're
it.
locking in C.
Yeah.
Yeah.
let's go for it.
Yeah.
Put us in a bunker.
Oh shit!
Hey!
Okay.
Good job.
Did
Check
someone
this
actually
shit
buy it?
out.
Yeah.
Well,
What happened?
Custom built zombie-proof
Oh
shelter provided by
my
Tiger
it
Log
looks
Cabin.
like
God.
shit.
Yeah, but it's cool.
That's
Tiger
a
log.
mock-up. That's a mock-up.
Tiger Log Cabins.
That's insane.
I think that is actually an asset from the game.
the least
Steel-
impressive thing
Yeah.
there is the Razer headsets.
a Steelbox copy.
The night vision guy, yeah.
You bloody hope
4
so.
of them.
But
Night
did,
vision
did
goes,
anyone
it's
buy it? Was that?
Yeah, did we get confirmation?
Was it ever confirmed?
Adele's shaking her head.
Yeah. Why would you? Who would?
would
Yeah.
Why would
I like that you can fill your bunker with 4 steelbook cases and 2 Razer headsets.
Are we confident that every wildest answer was the winner of this one so far? Almost, I think. The way we
Yeah.
reacted to them as we read about them.
Yeah, we're like, that can't be
the
true.
one that is-
Surely not.
Yeah, we need
That
to
means next
temperature read
time-
this game going ahead because like
Next time Adele's going to have to go more wild.
we think we've cracked this, but
Yeah,
either
that's what I
way.
want to know is how many more she's got in her. This is great.
You're a very competent liar.
And I love you for that, Adele. I
And
love
we
you for it.
got 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
That's a
Which
possibility.
makes us pretty
I think
good
so.
truth news seekers. And
Truth news.
End card. End card.
Perfect segue.
And there's a little bit more back pocket coming up after ad break.
My name is Dale Kerrigan, and this is my story. Our family lives at 3 Highview Crescent, Coolaroo. Dad bought the place. As the real estate agent said, location, location, location. And we're right next door to the airport. It will be very convenient if we ever have to fly one day.
Oh my god.
Dad still can't work out how he got it so cheap. It's worth almost as much today as when we bought it. Our street was going to be the heart of a major housing development, but it never got up. They reckon the planes put people off. Them and the power lines. Not Dad. He reckons power lines are a reminder of man's ability to generate electricity. He's always saying great things like that. That's why we love him so much.
Bravo.
And now a word from our sponsor.
Fourth Reaper has a Bible. We will now digest the word of the Lord.
A bigger thing means the taxes.
Shorts. They're summer's pants. From cargos to cutoffs, Bermuda to board shorts. When you want to show off your knees, the 4th worst part of the human body, wear Oranishi shorts. Every pair of Oranishis are single origin, fair trade, and handmade by this lonely, overworked child robot with hands. The process couldn't be simpler. We start by asking for your measurements. In the spirit of fairness, we then share our measurements. Our robot will send you fabric samples of 6 kinds of thick denim. We then make a full pair of jeans. After sending you a picture of us wearing the jeans and looking fit, we surgically remove the excess pant and voila! You've got yourself a pair of original Oranishis. And to ensure there's no wastage and a dolphin doesn't choke on them or something, we take those discarded leg bits and use them in our latest product, our knee sleeves. Our knee sleeves for when you accidentally bought a singlet. So don't settle for sweaty knee pits. Order your Oranishis today. They're the only shorts you'll ever need. Welcome back to the show. We saw a new word of just absolute sacrilege. 4th Reaper eating a Bible. And thank you, Muso, for submitting that. We saw an ad for the socials, and we saw the Oranishis, which are longer than these shorts.
They genuinely are.
So
appropriate time to have an ad for shorts.
It sure is. It sure is.
Knee sleeves. I just love that way you change pitch every time it goes into that.
Knee sleeves.
And we do have to thank, of course, our presenting business pocket partner, Buri Buri. And Buri Buri is an Australian IP lawyer with a passion for working with indie developers. Her work involves assisting game devs and creatives with protecting their IP, securing screen agency funding, and negotiating with publishers. If you're a working game dev that finds the legal side of the industry to be a bit of a blur and you want to make sure you're getting the most out of your deals with the big dogs, Buri Buri will fight for you. And if you don't use Buri Buri, we will fight you? That was fucking wild.
Buri Buri, the most refreshing IP lawyer in Australia. Wash down your legal case with a cold hard can of Buri Buri.
Low on fizz so you can slam those IPs down fast.
We don't understand what IPs
What
are.
does Buri Buri do?
But Buri Buri does.
Shout out to Buri who was in the chat right at the start of the show.
Does Buri Buri specialise in IPAs?
That's very good. You walked it back.
He's on another level.
They're a lawyer.
Level.
They're a lawyer.
I will not allow it.
Buri Buri did donate some subs as well in the chat at the start of the show. So.
They do it every week.
I know,
I
it's
know,
sweet, it's
but
sweet,
that's
it's
just
sweet.
damn lovely.
Still there. We're playing some more games here tonight, but we've all had the last couple of weeks at PAX and South by Southwest.
Yep.
And lots of Australian games, lots of demos, lots of little pieces, vertical slices we've been able to get our hands on. We're going to play one soon, but I just wanted to kind of canvass a room and see, Jem, I know you've been going ham.
Dude, I play so many games.
What stands out to you?
Okay, this is something that I said this to the wonderful developers, 10 PM Studio, when I saw them at PAX and at South by Southwest very briefly. Reprieve, which is this incredible looking game. Play a little bit of the demo where you are a Grim Reaper, I guess, working bureaucratic job, harvesting souls, but you have to do it in the most efficient way possible, which means getting through their insecurities by brute forcing it.
That's
and
how
essentially,
I deal with my problems.
Yeah, hey, it's not failed me so far. That's a lie. And that usually results in having to make a moral decision about what qualifies as a soul, what qualifies as a human, and where we draw the line between consciousness and the divine. And it's really, really cool.
Nice.
I'm very excited about it.
Nice.
Good pun title as well. Always goes
Yeah,
down well.
what a sick name.
It was Dogpile. I played a little bit of that demo, but I wasn't sure if that
played some
demo.
Dogpile as well.
I wasn't sure if that had been out pre PAX, but it's basically.
I think they dropped it just before PAX.
Just before PAX, but it was a mix of a deck builder and the Suika game, which is the watermelon one where all the things touch and they combine. Really, really cool art style, and a nice sort of expansion on that as just a basic physics puzzler, and then very, very cute. Have little doggos as the things all curled up. It's quite twisted, but it's also
So
very,
fun.
very cute. A lot of people really enjoyed that one too.
Slight clarification, I think I said 10 PM Studio, it's 10 PM Club, not Studio.
Okay.
My apologies.
They're not a studio anymore.
They're
You can join the club.
They're cool.
You can join the club.
And you never go at 10. That's prees. You do prees at 10. And then you kick on. I haven't been out in a long time.
I'm too tired for that. I'm in bed by 9:30.
Me too.
And Ruby, is there anything from the show floors you saw?
Just at PAX, or are we
South
talking
by,
South
wherever.
by? Because my brain,
Steam Next Fest.
my brain is so fried from the
Yeah.
past
Oh,
2 weeks
dude.
Same.
that I barely remember anything that happened to PAX.
Completely fair.
But South
we took you
by,
down there.
yeah, thanks.
Which one, sorry?
But South by was filled to the brim with good shit. I mean, shouts out Mixtape.
Yeah.
Was great, and the game we talked about last week. I'm so freaking sorry. Also very good. But Relooted was also another one that was really, really cool. And it's like a game. It's like an all African game dev team that have made this game about reacquiring African like exhibits.
Artifacts
Oh, is this
and
like
stuff.
the,
Yeah.
the robbing the British Museum one?
Yeah.
That looks sick
Yeah.
as
Oh,
hell.
amazing.
And it's done so in like a run format. So you're like given the private property and all the different ways that you can like get into it and get through security systems and stuff, and you have to set up your run before you.
Oh, I love that.
Putting-
Such kind of
cool
hit the button,
idea.
go, did it work kind of.
Yeah, and
Cool.
it's really, really, really cool.
That's a very cool mechanic for a very interesting subject matter and a way to address that. That's great.
It's awesome.
Well, we're going to be playing a game that's got cards in it tonight because all video
They
games
all
have to have
do.
cards in them now. It's by an indie studio in Melbourne called Fluent Pixel, and the game is called Trivia Deal. It's very good gameplay.
Okay.
Very good game.
Josh, you're at the helm on this one.
Yes.
So we're going to be. It's basically a roguelite.
It's a run-based
game.
trivia game that is set up in a way. I played a fair bit of this. That is a combination of picking up perks that you can use to clear lanes of cards. When we get some visuals up, we'll show them for us. To clear lanes of cards that are stacked that are each a category of trivia. So your goal is just simply to. And you can also select a pack of stuff that you can use to sub out a category you don't know. So I would say movies and TV potentially
gotta
is
start
one.
there.
We got to pick that.
Yeah.
So that'll go in our little pile that we can use. You also get these lifelines, which are little tokens you can play. We've got streamer mode turned on, so there's no timer per question. So I wouldn't pick up anything that goes like slow down
throw
timer.
up.
But I would go, so like the question time one is irrelevant to us now, but maybe the middle one. I didn't use these too much because I just enjoyed the trivia. That's our
hang on.
desktop.
Oh, I was like, man, the bug's kind of cool. What's that about?
Doing the
Give me 1
bug.
sec. It keeps
No, all good.
going back to the
And
desktop
then
for
when you
some
finish a round, you'll earn. Oh, there's a. You have
Is that
50,
Ops one?
You have 50
Funny.
IQ points. You spend that. You lose them if you get questions wrong, and you don't want to run down to 0. But you also need to spend those IQ points to unlock questions. If you got them, if you get it wrong, it locks, and you have to keep spending. So it's like it can very quickly drop. And then finally, you'll earn coins or a currency that in between rounds you can buy more packs that are like you see a pack for Star Wars questions. You're like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna grab that because I know nothing about
Religion and mythology.
So Josh will drive for us, but we'll pick a category. We've got to get through all of these, so there's no, pick
Let's
one.
start with religion.
I'm Delulu enough to think that I would know.
We just
what
watched
this
someone
is.
eat a Bible.
In Greek mythology, what is the war against the Titans called? Holy crap!
Oh, yeah, I was Delulu in that one.
No.
I'm gonna go with Leonomanatomy.
I think the upstairs is trying to tell us, and that is here's our source of religious knowledge.
Josh is the
Well,
most
listen, hang on a
religious man in the room.
Titan
That
economy.
feels on the nose.
Titanomachi.
Religion. This has nothing to do with religion. This question.
This is to do with
It's
mythology.
mythology.
But,
Religion and mythology.
So I'm sorry, are you saying that the Greek gods are less valid than the Christian god?
I absolutely.
Wow,
am saying
Josh, we're throwing out some
Jesus
hectic.
Christ.
That's wild,
Crazy.
man.
that.
Wow.
What are we doing?
I think we're doing Gigantokomaki.
All right, bottom one it is.
It's
Oh,
not.
it was Titan.
I was
Oh
right.
my god,
that-
it was
that
the
feels
most
so on the
obvious
nose.
That one
one.
lost. We lose a point up the top, and we can
Okay.
unlock it. But let's move on. Or we could grab directors in the bottom left, which is ours, that pack, and we could override the padlock, I believe. So can you try and drag that onto the padlock? This might not work. No, we have to unlock
okay.
it. Okay.
Okay.
Music.
Sure.
Music.
Why
Let's do
not?
music. Which country is the singer?
Barbados.
Rihanna?
Yeah,
Barbados.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, Rihanna is
Small
Smurfette.
detail, but love the juicy nature of this UI and everything. Lots of little clicks, buzzes, pops, all that.
It's
Very
hitting me the
satisfying.
same way that like Loop Hero hit me. Like,
So
oh,
Yeah.
if Josh hovers over a category, you get a looping sound.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's
feel
fun.
very
like-
general knowledge. Nice.
Let's do general knowledge.
let's see how bad my general knowledge
How
actually
many different
is.
faces on a Rubik's Cube?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's cube.
It's cube.
Cube.
Wait.
Now I'm second
Yeah.
guessing it.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't
What
it be
the
6?
fuck?
It's the cube is 6.
Lane cleared. We get bonus points. We move on. Moves
yeah.
in TV.
Because we get a reward chest after that.
Who played the title role in the movie Every
Johnny
Scissorhands? Johnny
Depp.
Depp.
Imagine Keanu Reeves did. What a
The
great film.
timer is quick. So we're
Right.
it is literally counting down
Yeah.
in like a few seconds, and it counts how.
Reward chest!
I
Reward
can't do
chest.
Oh, I
time
love
stuff.
stuff.
Give me.
Give me free
Yeah.
things.
Hang on, I
that.
want to hear that. I want to hear the sound.
Give me the me.
Sound.
Give me the me.
Open
Yeah,
that
nice.
chest.
We
Pizza.
can take the category of notable landmarks or eliminate one incorrect answer. Oh, that trim looks good, and I think color is rare.
Color is rare.
Hang on, is there more to the sound? One sec. Maybe.
It's Mr. Bean doing
Actually.
trivia.
Yeah.
Let's take trim.
Let's do trim.
Let's take trim. So can we use trim now on the padlock?
Yeah.
No.
No.
It removes a.
incorrect.
It removes one of the answers from one of the questions.
Oh, I see. Well, let's. Yeah.
When do you get the time to use that when there's a timer?
I assume very.
Karate Kid.
Oh wait, it's football.
Main sport.
It's karate.
Is karate a sport?
I think the number in the top right indicates the difficulty of the card as well. I'm not 100% sure of that
Yeah.
yet.
That's one hard.
So yeah.
That's one like are you trying to trick me there or?
Yeah.
I don't think it's
Food-
going to happen this early on. Food and drink, let's do it. It's the world's most expensive spice. Oh, saffron.
Saffron.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, because it's too expensive.
Yeah, I've never seen that before.
You
but-
can't afford it, honey.
I'm from Newcastle.
You get like
we can't
a
afford that stuff.
gram of it and it'll cost you $50. And it's
Oh,
just like
good.
it's just like a little yellow
Little
powder.
the stems of flowers.
Yes.
I think we should
Oh,
unlock.
I have
have to
chickens.
unlock this,
We've
I
got
guess.
50
Yeah.
IQ, so we're
Yeah.
pretty smart.
We're pretty smart.
Pretty
Oh,
smart.
it's a level
Art and
3 art and literature.
Which of the novels is not part of the Marcus Proust's
Marcel Proust.
Marcel Proust's Search of Lost Time? The Prisoner with
The
the
Catcher in the
I have
Rye.
Yeah,
no idea.
I think Ruby's right. Bottom one, Catcher in the
Yeah,
Rye.
Catcher in the Rye is not
That's a-
Proust.
Hey!
I
She's a
don't recognize
genius.
any of the other titles.
Yeah,
so-
Is that your big
Exactly.
brain?
That's an American classic, isn't it? Yeah. In which film is the famous
is it
line, he's
Steinbeck
looking at
did
you,
Catcher in
kid?
the Rye? No.
Casablanca.
Ooh.
He's looking at you, kid. It's
Yeah, it's
Casablanca.
Casablanca. It's Casablanca. Gone with the Wind is...
I'm
Frankly,
just
my dear,
beautiful.
give it down.
I
My
don't know.
dear,
Frankly-
I love you. Let's get remarried.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a fuck.
Cool. Round complete.
Yay!
Stats there.
Thank you,
Click on
Miso.
level rewards, and we get to choose one of those.
Ooh.
I love money, but also max intelligence.
We don't need intelligence. We
Yeah,
need
we're smart
gold.
enough.
Gold.
Gold.
We're
Take
going
the
to spend
money.
gold.
Take
We
the
got
money.
15.
Now we can buy developers, botany, Christianity. Josh, let's buy some Christianity.
Oh, Josh, get it.
Do it.
You're gonna ace this, bro.
Yeah, you got this, buddy. Click on it. Let's buy it.
Click on it. Josh, click
So
on it.
I think you can claim them. Oh,
Play more, play more, play more.
I'm having a holy experience.
let it be known this house is clean. Cool, and then you can buy more
What?
lifelines. The
Developers.
relics aren't for the main.
Yeah, what's
until
the
main
what's
game.
the development? Is that like a housing development thing?
No,
or-
no, it's games.
Oh hell yeah! I can't read that far.
Video
My eyes are
games,
bad.
swap packs,
Video
yeah.
game.
Yeah.
So I
Nice.
think you could, if you click on one card, Josh, I think you only take one.
Hang on, I want to hear the sound.
I
Oh,
think
that's
that could be
delightful.
better. I
Good.
still like it.
Nice.
Oh, so you can choose to take two. Or claim all. We want all. We want
Yeah,
all.
get 'em
Yeah,
all.
do it. Give us all the video games.
We don't want botany.
We don't need
I don't
botany.
care about flowers.
We heard saffron. That's all I need to know.
Yeah.
Josh is slowly, you can see, he's getting into this. He's like, I just
Yeah.
want to see what
Jo-
everything does.
This is a very Josh game.
It is.
There's so
All
much
right,
Christianity.
I like
Let's-
this little wizard.
Let's jump through. We can jump through one more now we know what it is. And we've got to hear the sound effects. Technology, Josh. Sound effect. Computing.
Clicky.
Which startup did Facebook acquire in 2012 for $1 billion?
Instagram?
Yeah, Instagram.
Instagram.
Yeah.
So that's these are two, I guess, are all the questions in this one. Oh no, there's
No,
ones
there's
in
a
there
couple
too.
packets.
Oh, go! Just keep clicking. Keep clicking.
I want to hear
Yeah.
the noises.
Click fast, man. You're in control. I love you. Go. Geography, go.
I thought geography would be a different sound.
Serengeti National Park is in which country?
Oh, fuck.
I think it's
Tanzania.
Tanzania.
Well, I don't know anything.
Yeah. Tans.
Where is the Serengeti?
Adele's adamant that it's Kenya.
Okay.
My initial thing was
Josh,
Kenya,
hang on.
but I don't trust it.
I heard a squeak up there that
Adele
says she's
said-
not.
It might be Kenya.
It could be.
It could be beef.
I think it's. No! I
told you, Adele, I told you.
Dang
It's
it.
Tanzania.
We don't know
Movies and
things.
TV.
We're
Keep
beautiful.
clicking, keep clicking.
Movies and TV.
Let's clear as much as we can, fast.
We directed
Oh,
Pulp Fiction,
Quentin-
Django Unchained, it's Quentin
Yeah, there
Tarantino.
he is.
20.
Footman.
Footman. What's history sound like? What does history
Which
sound like?
president had 2 assassination attempts? Lyndon Johnson.
Wait,
No, I don't know.
No. I think
Richard
Nixon might have.
Nixon, I think, was
barely-
assassin.
Oh.
Oh!
Oh, it's Ford, of course.
I don't
Harrison.
Do
I'm
you
just
like?
saying things now.
This is
Beer?
you, Josh. Oh,
you
it's
like-
Norse.
Odin and Thor's trickster who can... Loki!
Loki.
Loki.
Yeah,
No,
that
no,
one I
that
did know.
Yeah,
That's
level
good.
3. We watch Marvel movies. Geography.
Did I get a bit
Yeah.
too into Assassin's
Nice.
Creed Ragnarok? Yes.
Science and nature.
What element is represented by the symbol?
Silicon.
No. Oh, you reckon? Anyone confident on this?
Is it? It's 10.
Oh!
Nice.
I can't
Thank
take
you.
credit for that. That was all Adele.
Nice
Good
work,
Thanks,
work,
Adele.
Adele. You're
Good
so beautiful
job.
and
Good
smart.
shit.
Kenya, Adele.
Yeah.
Sylvanian families.
Recovery.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh my
You're
God.
Yeah.
on it so
Huge,
fast.
huge. Give us rewards. Give us rewards.
I'm a girl.
Give
I'm
us
just a
cocktails.
girl.
What do food and drink sound like? What do food and drink sound like? Let's drag food and drink onto one. I want to hear what this. Oh no, where are they?
They're not there yet.
That would be our next packet.
Sports. What
does sports sound like? How do you guys
Who knows about American sports? Don't care.
There you go.
Nice work.
Adele.
Yeah, that's good.
We're also getting a timer up the top.
In nursery rhyme, who had the dog named Bingo? Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm, he had a dog named Bingo.
B-I-N-G-O. B-I-N-G-O.
Bingo, what's his name?
No, that's not.
A farmer.
A farmer. What does art and literature sound like, Josh?
I'll find out soon.
Which river is also called the father of African rivers?
I think the Nile is a lady.
The Nile is Egypt.
Egypt. So I'm gonna say I reckon the second.
I want to say the fourth.
Yeah.
I'll default to
It
you
was
guys.
Basning. Oh, it's not.
It was the Nile.
It was the father
Oh,
and the son.
Scribbles.
Scribbles makes sense.
Yeah.
Scribbles. What was Jane Austen's first novel? Emma, Percussion,
Sense and Sensibility.
Persuasion.
Before Emma? Probably.
Percussion.
Come down and
Where's
find a
Ben
partner.
Dixon?
I can't. I'm playing drums.
I'm pretty sure, or I think it's Emma, but I might be wrong.
I have no idea.
I think it's the third one.
Yeah,
that I've
sorry.
never-
Sense and Sensibility.
Now
That's
we're
anyone
learning.
that I know. It was
Yeah.
Sense and
Let's
Sensibility.
put developers. Yeah. Oh wait, gotta go on
Jargon Club
geography.
Ah.
All right. To finish it out, developer Unreal.
Epic.
Yeah.
Oh, we can
Very
smash this.
good.
Unlock and change all for developers, please, Josh.
Yeah. Unlock. Dev.
Get out general knowledge.
What does music
And
sound
we'll
like?
finish on Christianity.
The Fallout
The Fallout
series.
series.
Bethesda. Game Studio.
Let's listen to music.
Bethany Esther.
I love Bethany Esther.
Change music.
Ooh. Get it out of there.
No, come on. Here's the vision. It's Kojima.
Yeah.
Nice.
Phenomenal. And then put Christianity on that one.
Here we go,
Thank you.
here we go,
And
here
so
we go.
finish it out.
Anglican.
Church says what?
Wait, day.
Oh,
The even song.
Let's go.
Praise the Lord, everybody.
You don't test me on Christianity.
Do not test
Josh,
that.
put the
man.
wrath of heaven down upon ye.
Oh man.
Cool.
How good's
All right,
this?
one
That's
more
What
round.
does this sound like? Oh.
We'll never know.
Fun.
We'll have to play the full game.
That's
Oh,
trivia
that's
deal.
fun.
No release date yet.
That's
but
It's
fun,
on
though.
Steam as
It's
a
on
demo
Steam.
and to pre-order or add to wish list, so I'm not sure if they have a quarter marked in there that they could play.
Sorry, I got thrown off by dolphin.
This game fucks. Yeah.
That seems like a good stream game, honestly.
Right, yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Good
Totally.
clicky cards. I like it. I like it so much.
That's
Me
so
like you a
fun.
lot.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the show, but there is another show coming up, the post show.
I like that one a lot
And
too.
the post show is where we talk to the community, answer questions from the Discord, and have a look at the creative tab of the Discord where people are making funny images all
Hell
freaking night during the show. Do we got one?
We do.
Is it Christy?
Show me to me, please.
Ruby would like the... Whoa!
We want to fuck you off.
Listen, it works both ways. I think it works always.
That's how I read
Don't
it.
dead open inside. Oh.
Don't dead open inside.
We want to fuck you off.
Really good. We want to fuck you off.
God, that got me so good.
So if you want to see something like that and more, and also see us fart around, you have to be a member of the gold tier of the Patreon, where you'll also get access to any and all bonus content we've released in the past and we'll release in the future, including new episodes of Back Chat, which is a show where we answer all your burning questions weekly. It comes out at Monday mornings every week. And
Watch it with your morning coffee.
Whilst
and then,
really-
and then you can shit right at the end of it.
And then you'll be
you
like,
can
I have another burning
release your
question. It was
bowels.
what just went through me.
Yeah. Back Chat. The show guaranteed
Before
to make
back
you come
splat.
out the back. Yeah, really good.
He's on
Really
all
How
the
long are you
slogans
cooking that
tonight.
one for?
That's the motto of
That's
Backsplat.
not it. Cook it, splat it.
Splat it. And as well,
Bop it, splat it.
Shat it.
Chat it. Our old playback videos and also our old Pocket Buds podcast bonus episodes. And as well, you
Community
get
game night. Community game night. What are we going to do? Something's got to come up. Battlefield, Arc Raiders, community game night.
We're playing trivia.
Trivia with everyone. Community game night. That's going to be it.
as well, you get access to our quarterly town hall meetings in our Discord that help us shape the show. And we give away a game each town hall. So join us. And finally, the Pocketeer Discord role, which gives you priority selection for community game night streams.
Dolphin Man does point out, we're probably overdue for a Mario Kart World Super Knockout. I'm so sorry.
You make us sick with that.
I'm so sorry. But the whole knockout thing would be perfect for a community game night. So we should probably get around to that. I'm sure everyone has that to play as well. But then Battlefield, then Arc Raiders, then Trivia Deal.
Something silly.
There's something silly.
Yeah, then a silly, stupid
Then
game
a,
that
then
I
a fun
play.
one. Then just a silly one.
Jem, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Our absolute pleasure. Where can we find you?
You can find me over at ABC Gamer and GGSP and GG Spawn Squad. And also, all my socials are all my socials are GMD. On Twitch, there's more E's than you're expecting, and the rest is just the average amount of E's.
There you go. There's the full interview with Brendan Lee Mulligan and not the Kojima one. That was just an episode.
That was just that. You can find on my Instagram a picture of me standing right next to Hideo Kojima because I pushed my way to the front of that line.
Good.
Well done.
You trumped it.
Sometimes you got
it.
How dare you put me and Trump in the same sentence?
Yeah,
I just got told that I stand like him, and I've taken it so personally.
Don't dance like him too.
That's fucked up.
Sometimes I stand like him to like stretch out my legs.
Yeah.
It feels awesome.
It does.
I see
But
what
tell
he
us
does.
about the Brennan interview. Where can people watch that?
Yeah, you can watch that on the ABC Gamer YouTube channel. It's really, really good. I had such a good time with it, and it's nice to get so many people come to PAX and said they really enjoyed it, which was so sweet. But yeah, check that out there.
And you're almost on your way to a 5 appearance jacket. Well done.
Look at me go, guys. I'm
We
going to
really
have
gotta
that
fucking
sweet
figure out that
coat
jacket.
soon.
We also need to get our merch sorted for this.
That could be a jacket.
Yeah, 5
Five
It just says
appearance.
5 years. And
Let's
it just
give it
says Chloe Appleby, Jem Driscoll.
Yeah, it's embroidered with the names of the. Well, we actually are only going to buy one jacket and embroider people on it.
And we share it.
That's
like
a good point.
We have
That's
like
kind of it.
our
That's what's
rostered
gonna
days
happen.
with the jacket. Yep.
Yeah, or we just get a jacket that's 100% polyester,
Oh
baby.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That thing won't breathe. That'll stink up with all the guests.
Yeah.
Thanks for
That's it.
stinking up. No, that's Peter. Sorry.
Happy to stank up the show.
Hey.
Our beautiful stinky friend. And that's our show. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, especially those of you who support us on Patreon. Please share the show with your family and friends, literally whoever you know. Tell them about the good shit we be doing here. We will be back next week for the same thing, but a little bit different.
A little bit spookier.
A little bit
The
spookier.
30th of October.
It's the scariest night of the year.
It's pumpkin season, baby.
The second scariest night of the year, because the next night is scarier. It's the 31st.
Or
It's
Halloween.
Halloween.
Halloween Eve. Wait, anywho. Head to backpocket.gg. Yeah, I'm scaring myself. Get to backpocket.gg for our socials and our Discord. And we'll see you in the post show if you're in the gold tier and above. Do your scariest noise.
Oh, I'm alone.
Go to credits.
I'm alone.